Yo, what up? Welcome to Blerd Lines podcast on Nerd Unpacked. I am Admin Negro Lantern.
And I'm Admin Doom.
This is show number 4. I really wanted to say 4. I don't want to say 4. Anyway, this is episode number 4. And it is July 16th, 2019, of course. Just a little disclaimer. We do get explicit at times, not necessarily me, but Admin Doom.
It's you too sometimes, bro.
I said Admin Doom.
It's you sometimes.
It's not me. Anyway, show your support by subscribing to us on YouTube, following our Facebook page for Nerd Unpacked, and you'll get notifications anytime we go live. Also, as you can see, we are now moving to Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Central Time.
How you feel about the Tuesday move?
Salty.
Really?
I am a little salty.
Why? Dude, Tuesday is it is the perfect day.
I'm not against the day. I'm against like having something planned and then it abruptly gets changed. Cause it did abruptly get changed.
It did. I'm sorry, it did. That was on me though. I thought about it last second and for some reason I just thought Tuesday was gonna be so much better than a Saturday. Nobody's doing any everybody's doing something on a Saturday night. Nobody's really doing anything on a Tuesday night. Everybody's getting ready for work the next morning, so they could be listening to us while they're getting ready for work, but nobody's listening to us while they at a bar on a Saturday night.
No, what are you talking about? We're probably on like the Jumbotron.
Yo, that would be cool. What if we got that?
We're probably on like the Jumbotron. Okay, so as today's subject, guys, you know what I'm saying? It'll be anime, manga. Specifically, our topic is anime characters and much more in the episodes. You know what I'm saying? And
death battles.
Yeah.
Death battles. Because I definitely want to get into some anime versus comic death battles. I definitely expect a lot of those to come in for some reason. We're not answering Goku versus Superman. I'm going to say that right now. I'm not going to touch that topic.
Yo, but seriously, guys, as always, please share the stream. Please watch us on either YouTube or Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe and like the page. But most importantly, you gotta share to be active. And if you want your shout outs, please, you gotta post those things if you want them. You know, there were some people who were talking to me through actually from the last 2 episodes. People were talking to me and they were like, "Oh, I didn't get my shout out." Well, you didn't message it. Like you wanted a shout out. Like I can't. I know you're viewing, but I don't know that you want a shout out until you make the comment.
So basically, just basically comment to let your presence be known, because we can see that you joined in, but everybody else can't see that you joined in. So in order to alleviate that, and then we're reading messages, and then we're going back and forth between the YouTube and Facebook chat, YouTube and Facebook chat, like I just did now. So I might have missed when you came in. So just comment to make yourself known. It takes 2 seconds, if that. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. Because I know I gave you a list. You're not an anime fan, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, I do not like anime, and I did try. I've tried. So for those of y'all that don't know, let's get this out the way now.
Yeah, please.
I've been there, done that with anime. Right when I was younger, in my teens, I was introduced to anime, my late teens, and then I got hooked pretty hard early on, and then as I got older, I read, and this is exactly how it happened. I went to a comic book shop and I read a current run at the time of American comics, and made a huge difference. So it was like when I tried to go back to anime after that, it just didn't have the same substance, and I started to realize like I was kind of watching the same thing over and over again, and so anime just lost its feng shui. And without going too deep into that, like I just haven't been an anime fan since. Like I feel like if you've seen one, you've seen it. You've pretty much seen all of them from that same genre.
So no. Aside from the list that I've given you, you haven't watched One Piece.
Okay, so when One Piece came out, I tried One Piece. When it first came out, when One Piece first came out, I actually tried to be strong on that bandwagon. Did not do it for me.
Fairy Tail.
No, I've had Fairy Tail suggested to me so much. I just can't. I did actually try, like, it wasn't the first episodes or anything like that.
High School DxD.
Are we on the same one?
Yeah.
I'm talking about over here. Are we on the same value?
No, we're not on the same one.
Okay.
We got Ricky Jackson in here. What's going on, Ricky? As one of my
Yeah, man, let's try to let you guys come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see people showing up. Once again, for you guys who are just now showing up, don't forget you can follow us on YouTube. Don't forget to like the Facebook page, Nerd Unpacked, and then don't forget to share the stream so we can all be active together and get your shout outs and post your versus matches.
Remember that you can call in.
Never forget that you can call in.
Yo,
that's what makes us different from everybody else. You can call in.
Call in here.
You know,
you can't call in at tea time.
So let's take a small set, guys, to get these shares out. Get these shares out. Get everybody in here so everybody else can be mad at each other because this anime subject's gonna get deep.
It's gonna get heated. It's definitely gonna get heated. I guarantee. I will definitely step up. I thought I stepped on toes with the comic thing. Oh, I'm definitely stepping on toes with anime.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be like 20 people alone who want to like tell me how wrong I am about anime not being good.
Oh, when we get into Sasuke versus Naruto. Oh, that's gonna be good. Cause you know what? The first person that changes my mind about Sasuke and Naruto, yo, you might get a prize, but it's not gonna happen.
God, I know so much about Naruto at this point. I just don't
you don't
want to know.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. I don't know how to express it deeper than that. I don't want to know these things.
Good. Let's see. Who else we got in here right now?
Yeah, trying to get you guys in here, man. I'm just getting the shares up, so don't think I'm ignoring the stream or anything. I'm just getting the shares up.
Definitely, because I definitely feel like once we start.
Yeah, because I don't want anybody to miss out on the beginning stuff and then come in late and I know where we are.
I'm not backtracking with what I say this time. You either gonna catch it or you don't.
Let's see. I'm gonna communicate with the admins real quick.
Let's see. A couple more viewers came in. See, Ricky said, "How's it going?" It's going good, bro. Finally started. I think we good to start.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Right. So, all right. For those of you guys that are already here, go on and make your post.
Guess who joined in today?
Who joined in?
Jared.
Mr. Absent himself. How are you doing?
This is the first stream that Jared has caught, bro.
Yeah. Is it?
Yes.
Is it first?
Jared has never caught it.
The admin chat was just like going wild with kicking you out. Because we thought you died, so we just didn't want your name sitting around.
I thought he just left. I thought he was done.
Now, what up, admin Logan, man? What up, y'all? Actually, on that note, on a side note, right before we jump right into it, admin Logan, and for everybody else, the Blade Wolverine one shot finally came out, and I hope you guys.
You want to talk about that, huh? You want to talk about that today?
No. We don't have to. I just want to say, admin Logan, I may not be buying a copy. I may not. I I already know the story. And I may not be buying a copy. I may do it just to show support to Blade, but
you don't like the outcome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I knew you wasn't gonna like that outcome.
Also, guys, on another note, just post it in the chat, like who you think would win a fight between Blade and Wolverine.
Let's say
we'll get to that later.
Let's say realistically, who do you think would win in the fight? Because I don't want a lot of biased opinions on this. Blade versus Wolverine. Who did I say? I feel like I said somebody else. I feel like I said somebody that's not Wolverine. But Blade versus Wolverine. Who do you realistically think would win in a fight? Like, we finally got 10. Let's go.
All right.
Start now.
So here we go, man. The first subject today, obviously, all this is anime, but let's get into anime in general, right? Anime in general.
As a whole.
Once again, to establish, I am anti-anime. Admin Doom is pro-anime. Right?
I'm not necessarily pro-anime.
If you watched anything and you enjoyed it, you literally wore a Kakashi t-shirt just to upset me.
I did that just to spite you, though. Dude, look. To spite you, I would wear almost whatever. I would wear.
If you really want to hurt my feelings,
I would wear a Wolverine shirt just to spite you.
That wouldn't hurt. I like Wolverine now ever since he got the upgrade. I like Wolverine now. But if you really wanted to hurt me, if you really wanted to hurt me, you would wear a Static Shock t-shirt.
Think I won't.
I'm sorry, a static shirt.
Think I don't know people that can make shirts that can't have me a static shirt made by next Tuesday. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He's boasting, y'all. It's not gonna happen.
Do that.
But seriously, guys, like anime in general, right? Anime in general. Top 5 all-time animes.
Oh, and please feel free to drop your top 5 list.
Absolutely, man,
Please,
and we will go over those lists with you. You know what I'm saying? But
this guy doesn't know shit about anime, so
yeah.
he's only watched about 5.
That's not true. I said I was in it at one point. I even bought manga. Oh my god! But no, seriously, like Admin Doom said, drop your list and give us a reason why these things also. You know?
Yeah, because I love hearing people's reasons. Like no two people reasons usually are the same when it comes to favorites. I mean, yeah, favorites versus top, because top is usually something that should be undisputed versus favorites is your personal choice. So I'm gonna go ahead with my list first. Just because I know that your list is gonna be, you know what? Go with your list first.
Oh my
I know
God.
your list is gonna be super short.
So let's do this. Number 1 anime of all time is Devil May Cry.
They did have an anime, and I knew you were gonna.
In its canon.
I knew you were gonna find some way to bring DLC.
Number 1 anime, and I can't wait to see the new one. You know, the only thing that'll hurt it is if he nerfs him. Like, but I can't wait to see the new one. I'm gonna say second was Needless. Needless was definitely one of my favorite animes. I'm not sure if I'm saying this name right. It's SC Cried or SC Stride, something like that.
C Stride.
It's C Stride. Yeah, definitely up there. That final fight. I love it. I'm
gonna just say this. I'm not saying any names. I'm not doing any names how they're supposed to be said. I'm saying them how I want to say them. I'm not doing the whole rolling of the R's when I say Naruto. I'm not I'm not doing none of that. So y'all might as well go ahead and get your anger out right now.
Let's see. What am I? I'm on 4, right?
You're on 4.
4. I'm gonna have to say. So, man, there's this anime I was really digging. I can't remember what the name of it was, and if I tried to explain it, it would prove my point. If I tried to say what was in it, you'd be like, oh, well, that's a whole bunch of anime. Like, duh. Like, that's my problem with anime. But since I can't name that one, I'm gonna say another one. An anime I actually did really, really enjoy was one called Kitty Cat Planet. And it's not usually something people who know me would think I'd be into, but it was actually pretty deep. Like, they have some hardcore fights in there, man. And I mean, like, from day 1 to, where that first season ended. I don't know if it ever went past that first season. And for 5, I'm going to say it was not a series, but it was a movie. And there's an animated movie called Springin'. And definitely had a huge impact on my perception of creativity, right? So I'm definitely into that. Anything outside of that would be like trivial stuff. Like I enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh, right? And I actually just went back and binge watched that not maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I don't care. I'm throwing trivial shit in my list.
Yeah. I mean, Shaman King when it first started, Shaman King. I mean, these are honorable mentions, right? Like Shaman King was good for me until it got like later off into itself, and then I just didn't enjoy it anymore. Of course, I was a huge fan of Bleach because I bought the manga, but I feel like Bleach didn't belong in my top 5 because it's such a commonality, and that's why I didn't put it in there. But that's enough for me, man. So where are you at?
Damn. No specific order.
No specific.
With me, it's no specific order. First on my list, I'd probably give it to Dragon Ball Z, just because pure nostalgia. Not Super. It's
a very weird thing to say.
I'm not counting Super in this.
Best Dragon Ball Z was GT.
But I'm not saying GT is honorable mention. I actually, despite what everybody else says, I actually like GT.
That Super Saiyan 4, man.
That Super Saiyan 4 was cool. Super Saiyan 4 was fucking cool. But no, Dragon Ball Z.
Somebody just decided to rage. You're like, no!
GT is not canon. I know it's not canon, but it's still good. No, but Dragon Ball Z, dude, like just the nostalgia that I get from going back and watching like the entire Cell Saga, because that's my favorite saga, is the Cell Saga. Just watching that entire saga is just, it makes me feel like a kid again, dude. Like, you just watch, and then you get to watch Cell beat the shit out of basically everybody that's not Gohan. Like, if I can enjoy you beating the shit out of my favorite character, then it's a good show. It's a good arc. Number 2, Trigun. Trigun.
Another anime I actually watched.
It was pretty cool. I think it's really underrated. I think Vass is probably my favorite anime character of all time.
Gungrave too. I remember Gungrave.
Gunslinger Girl is number 3.
I never heard of that one.
It used to be on Netflix. So it's kind of what the name implies. There's a bunch of prepubescent girls slinging guns. Yo, the shit gets real though, cause like one of them's like they're all real, like they're taking up grown ass, highly elite trained ass assassins. Granted, they are too.
Is this a Netflix original?
I'm not sure if it was a Netflix original. I watched it once. I watched the entire season once, and I don't know if they came out with more. But that one time stuck with me.
I want to take back. I want to change Kitty Cat Planet to Black Butler. I actually like Black Butler a lot. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
What am I on, 3?
Yeah.
History's strongest or mightiest disciple, Kenichi.
I've seen that. Yeah.
That shit is like, it's just, they just throw hands the entire show. Like, that show is fucking amazing. Like, it's just fight after, and it's real martial arts. Like, they have judo, they have karate, they have hapkido, they have kickboxing. They have all of these real martial arts, and this shit is good. And then, of course, they stopped the anime, but then they kept going with the manga. But still, the shit is still good. Like, it's just that good. Number 4 goes to, God, it's so GT, Dragon Ball GT. Again, the stuff. I remember being a kid, and we had these, like, they would send, when they send the magazines in the mail, and they had like the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. In the picture of the magazine. I remember being a kid just being so hyped about Super Saiyan 4. It's like GT just holds a spot in my heart for pure nostalgia. Number 5. As much as I say I hate the series, Naruto. As much as I say I hate that goddamn series, Naruto makes number 5 just because it's so good, but I don't want to like it, but I do. And then Shippuden happened, and then Shippuden just pissed me off because it just took back everything that I loved.
The game was dope though.
The game was definitely dope.
Yeah,
I feel like I did put the game in my top.
For me
5.
not to be a fan of that series, like I definitely enjoyed the Storm game for sure.
Yo, you know what we should do? We should like have name tags like under us, like right here.
Yeah,
like on screen, though, not like the little paper name tags, because they're like getting into it. In the
we're gonna talk to our producer, right? And we're gonna get our names tagged over our face. I'm with that.
Or above our heads. Rory, can we do that, Rory? I'm gonna quit calling you Rory, because they get into it on the YouTube chat about our names. Like, okay, so that's my top 5 though. Most of my top 5 is based off pure nostalgia. That's basically.
So before we get into the next part of the general subject, let's catch up with the chat.
Honorable mention: Zatch Bell.
That one I don't know.
Zatch Bell was the somebody posted in the chat, and my cousin basically. So so basically it's kind of like imagine Digimon or Pokemon. So there's these little dolls, these little Momochi dolls. I'm not sure if that's the technical term for them, but they're dolls. And they each have their own spell book. So in order to have them do an attack, you have to say a spell from their book. And in order to learn a spell from their book, you have to go through certain circumstances. I forget what it was. But the series was just good. That was good. And then another honorable mention is Digimon. I always thought Digimon was much better than Pokemon. Up until they actually started turning into the Digimon, but Digimon was actually much better than Pokemon.
See, so not first 2 seasons Digimon, or not the first generation of Digimon?
No, the first generation, they didn't turn into them.
No, I'm saying, like, I couldn't get with that one, but, like, I think the 3 that came after the first group, I was with that.
So, Vmon, Gilmon, and...
So, up to Spirit Digimon. Everything but the first...
That's when I stopped watching it.
See, I was messing with Spirit Digimon. I thought that was so sick.
I watched it, but I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Like, why are y'all turning into the Digimon now?
I loved
Why?
it. Yeah.
No, but we'll talk about that later because that's actually a topic later.
Okay.
The Pokemon versus Digimon. Let's get into the comments real quick.
Yeah.
The comments real quick. James Clark, Baki the Grappler, Gungrave, Outlaw Star, Gundam Wing, Claymore. Gundam Wing is definitely my favorite Gundam. You haven't watched any of the shit that he just said, but Gundam Wing is so fucking great.
Actually, I've seen Gundam Wing in passing. My older brother was a huge Gundam fan. I've seen it in passing.
Was that you, Rory? You messing up my stream, Rory.
Let's see.
Let's see. Honorable mention, Zatch Bell. Ricky Jackson. Naruto isn't good. It's amazing.
Oh my god, that hurts me.
Call it what you want.
That hurts my soul.
It's good.
So James said admin static says Sailor Moon changed his mind. What? I don't understand.
I guess he used to hate Sailor Moon, and then he had a daughter, and she forced him to watch Sailor Moon, and now he likes Sailor Moon.
What up, Pete? What up, son? Pete says Trigun. You know that fire?
Yeah, Trigun was good, man. Like, I should have told you to watch that. Trigun was great.
See, but I've already seen Trigun.
Oh, well, hey,
yeah, I actually watched
Trigun.
Trigun. One of the first animes I was introduced to was Samurai 7 or 6, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it was Trigun. It was like one of the first ones. Like when I was like, "Oh, give me something to watch." That was one of. And Aruka, I remember Aruka 7. I remember watching it.
I feel like Inuyasha should be an honorable mention for me, but then it's just like, I only like the handful of fights, and I only like a little bit of the story. But it's just one of the first things that got me into anime.
He also says Metabots.
Metabots was cool.
Yo, I
didn't think that was an anime though. I thought that was just some shit that came on like Cartoon Network. Well, not Cartoon Network, Fox.
I just said the other day in the admin chat I want to do a post that's Metabots versus Cubics. I mean, Metabee versus Cubics.
I feel like Cubics would win.
Yeah.
I feel like Cubics will win.
Because I remember them being hot at the same time.
They were.
And so now that I'm, an admin in the community, like I feel like this is my chance to solve some childish, need.
That's the new debate: Metabots versus Cubics. Okay, let's get into the YouTube chats. I mean, the YouTube comments.
No, absolutely.
Let's see. Of course,
for those of y'all who just showing up once again, I am admin Negro Lantern.
I'm admin Doom.
And if you need a shout out, please post it in the comments. Share the stream. Blase. If you have an opinion, please share it with us. We would love to ignore it. Just joking. We would love to read it out loud.
So my boy Malik Turner said, looking, because Lewis finna say some shit just cause. And it was, you know me so well, Malik. But today ain't that day. I got logic for any and everybody that wants to call in and have an argument. I'm ready today. Of course, they're arguing about my name, Lewis. Malik saying one of the admins, blah, 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 blah. Hajime no Ippo. I haven't watched that. It's cool.
Watched that before. Yeah. Actually was one of my more favorite ones. The boxer.
Okay. Didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann.
I never want to talk about it.
I hate that guy.
I don't hate Gurren Lagann.
I hate Gurren Lagann.
I just don't want to talk about how OP the final fight in Gurren Lagann is.
Goddamn throwing universes galaxies like they goddamn frisbees and shit. And I don't know. I don't want to talk about it either. It's just the logic behind it. Like, did the galaxies all of a sudden become sharp?
So, Pete says Avatar: The Last Airbender is his #1.
I consider that anime.
I can honestly say a year ago, or maybe a year and a half now, I actually binge watched every last episode back to back of Airbender.
Right.
Now, I didn't fall in love with it because it was like I was doing it because it was suggested to me, and then I didn't get much out of it, but it's not a bad show though.
We'll come back to that. We got to call it though.
Yeah.
So early in the show.
All right then.
That's mad early. Caller, you're on. Caller.
Yes, Uncle Ruckus.
Oh,
I don't relate.
Why?
Uncle Ruckus, what's up, man?
How's it going? I just wanted to say that Boondocks is the greatest anime ever be made. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts.
But Uncle Ruckus, Boondocks is a sitcom, not an anime.
It is a sitcom, son. Mr. Wansler funded it himself, and he made the greatest white anime ever made in the world.
But it's not an anime, sir. It's not an anime.
Do you not recall my Ninchunku scene with that the little nigga boy, Hewitt?
Sir, why you gotta do this so early, sir?
What about that does not look like anime to you at all?
You know what I also remember? I also remember you getting your ass whooped.
I did not.
You don't?
Not one bit.
You remember that?
Do you recall Stink Man?
I don't know.
That is one.
So
That is one of the best niggas I've ever seen walk around this way.
You saying you could whip?
That nigga there.
You saying you could whip Stink Man's ass?
Nah, see, I didn't say all that.
Okay.
We do not say
How
that
do you-
nigga name 3 times in a row.
Uncle Ruckus, how do you feel about Rummy or Rummy and Onceler?
Who?
The two
Nigga?
Onceler. Ed Onceler's grandson or whoever the hell he is, and Rummy.
Oh, yeah. He that right there is a piece of work. It just breaks my heart.
Word, you know he wants. You know they want to be black, right?
Like I say, it breaks my heart.
It breaks your heart that they want to be the superiors.
It breaks superiors. Please tell me where superior.
Carla, we're gonna have to let you go because you don't want to be on this all day. Enjoy your day, sir. I'm sorry.
You know what? Nigga.
Well, we gotta deal with ignorance.
All right, Uncle
Deal with
Ruckus.
ignorance so early in the
I
show,
ain't
bro. Yo, okay, so we got the Avatar out the way.
For the record, Uncle Ruckus, it's not an anime, it's a sitcom.
I think because black people were trying to have it classified as an anime for so goddamn long that they started thinking it is. It is not an
Are we
anime.
caught up? Are we caught up in the chat? I think so. So we'll come back to the chat here after the next segment, because the next segment, since we covered the top 5 animes of all time, what is your, and then these are personalized, obviously, it's up to, subject to change. What is the bottom of all time?
I want to go first because I'm about to step on some motherfucking toes.
I'm gonna say all anime, so I went first. All anime, but Devil May Cry.
Number 1, Dragon Ball Super. I fucking hate Super.
We're about to get so much rage.
I hate Super. Bro, like, why? Why? Like, what is the point of Super? First of all, they retcon Frieza's death to make it seem like he didn't even know Goku fought Majin Buu, even though he was in hell watching the fight. First, that's one thing. Second, who decided that the new Super Saiyan form was just Super Saiyan with blue hair? That's what I want to know. And then the bad guy from the first arc, his hair was pink. Like, why is his Super Saiyan God form pink, but everybody else's Super Saiyan God form is blue? And then Trunks just comes out of nowhere with a whole new form. Like, why the fuck he get a new form, but Gohan don't? Like, there's a lot of shit about Super that pisses me off, and I can go on and on for days and days and song for song about why I hate Dragon Ball Super. But I'm not gonna do it because just know that it's the first thing on my list. Objections? None? I ain't think so. Number 2. Number 2, Naruto Shippuden. Why? Because they took every goddamn thing that I loved about.
Let me take time out because I know it's gonna be in here when we get back to the chat. I'm just thinking ahead of time, but just for the record, if you can see my phone,
They can't.
Boondocks is a sitcom.
It's not.
I know somebody somewhere in the chat is gonna be like, no, admin Negro Lantern, that's not true.
No, number 2, Naruto Shippuden, because they took everything that I loved about Naruto. They took overall character development and turned it to shit. There was no...
Wait. What? I thought Naruto was on your list.
No, Naruto's on my list, not Shippuden. Like, Shippuden is basically the super version of them. Like, it's the time skip that shouldn't have ever happened. So, Naruto, when they were kids, it's on my list. But then Shippuden, when they're grown up, I hate that goddamn show. Just like Boruto's on my list also.
But if we did a versus match right now, you would want the adult form of those kids. So stop playing.
Yeah, because they clearly... I hate Super, but if we were doing a versus match, I would want Super Saiyan God form in there too. I just hate the goddamn show.
All right, I'm with you.
So, no, but it's... Look, man, hey, I got my reasons. But Shippuden just said, fuck all of that character development that we gave y'all in Naruto, and let's just focus on Naruto. Nobody had decent character development in Shippuden but Naruto. And you can't give me one goddamn character that had decent character development, because all of the good character development came from the first fucking series. Objections? Didn't think so. Number 3 on my list, Attack on Titan. I just hate the Attack on Titan. I don't even have a reason. I just hate the goddamn show. Like, the animation's shitty, the storyline's shitty. Why is everybody that's getting eaten by Titans turning into goddamn Titans? Like, are they Titans? Are they zombies? Like, what the fuck is the deal with Titans? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just not watching that guy. Yeah, I said it. I knew somebody was gonna say what when I said Attack on Titan. I'm not watching that goddamn show. What number?
This is gonna be controversial as hell.
What am I on? Number 4? I don't care if I'm on number 4. I don't care if I'm on number 4 or 5. Number 4, Sword Art Online, is just a bunch of incest and not even incest. It's just a bunch of pedophilia and nonsense, and the teacher trying to sleep with the students in game, and it's just why? We gotta call her.
Yo, caller, you're on the
What's
air.
up, people?
Who we talking to?
Good. It's the DJ Monk.
This is who?
It's DJ Monk.
DJ Monk.
Mock. What's up, DJ? What you got to say?
Look, man, I was trying to make sure I got your name right, bro. I'm sorry.
Not much, man. I was just listening to y'all, you know, chopping it up about the anime stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your list is, you know, the list is kind of garbage, but it's okay though. You know what I'm saying?
Whose list? My list?
Yes, your list is kind of garbage.
What was garbage? What was
You know,
garbage about? What was garbage about it?
Because Negro Atlanta know how my attitude is about people that claim they knew about anime. You know, if you're an anime fan, you're going to like anime regardless. If you don't like it, you can't claim yourself to be an anime fan.
So I can't have a favorite,
You know
and I
what I'm
can't. So this is my question to you. So if I have to like all anime in order to like anime, right? So
if
even
there was no anime, you wouldn't have nothing to complain about.
So
But
even
you
if
can't make people like you happy because they make anime for you.
so even if
So-
even if you were to list all the animes from your favorite to your least favorite, there'd have to be something at the very bottom of your least favorite, correct?
Not really, because I
Yeah.
like most of them anyway.
But you like some more than others, right?
Yeah, I like some more than others, but I don't say I hate them or I just dislike them. Period. I still watch them. Even if it's DBZ Super, a lot of people don't like it. I still watch it anyway because it's still a classic.
It's not a classic, bro. It just came out like 4 years ago. It's not a classic yet.
Well, I mean, the storyline is old if you read Multiverse, so I mean, it's not really that hard to read between the lines.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to read between the lines when they keep taking back shit that they already established.
So it's already been a done deal when you read those type of books and know about the storyline and how it was going. So we know Goku is the main character, but they never balanced it out like they did the DBZ series. The DBZ series or the saga was like the best one they ever created.
Which is
Super, they just is monetizing the series.
Which is why
So,
original Dragon Ball Z is on my which is why the original Dragon Ball Z is on my top 5 and Super's on my bottom 5. I hate Super. Like it's stuff that they said in Z, they just retconned it, and it took it away.
DJ,
Like,
do you have anything else to add?
you must know that.
well, I mean, he forget about those other rare animes that nobody doesn't talk about,
Such as
like the new one that Shonen Jump got, like Dr. Stone. If you had read Eden Boichi's as an artist, he got a lot of material before he became part of the Shonen Jump's crew.
right.
So he got Sunken Rock, he got Wallman. Like, all those are miraculous books that manga that you should check out. You know, I just get tired of people keep tagging the old mainstream shit. Like, talk about some new shit that nobody will talk about.
But see, this is my thing. I literally said that on my list, though. My list is comprised mainly of nostalgia.
You know, like, give me some Escaflowne, give me some Vampire Hunter D, you know, that type of thing. You know, even Hellsing. Nobody will talk about Hellsing no more, even though they claim they love vampires and shit.
Yo, fun fact about Hellsing.
DxD.
Fun thing about Hellsing. I'm sorry to cut you off, caller. Have you ever watched the Hellsing Abridged?
No, I haven't watched it.
Yo, you should watch it, bro. It is literally Hellsing. Like, it's like if you watch Hellsing Abridged, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I just watched an episode of Hellsing. Like, it's the exact same shit, just a lot more adult.
Yo, DJ, thank you for calling in, but our producer is giving us the green light to let you go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rory. Did I go
All
over
right.
time?
All right, man. Thank you for calling, DJ. I just wanna reiterate that my personal list is my personal list. Is my favorite 5. But I see where he's coming from though, because I do the same thing with comics. And I be like, bro, like why? Like, y'all do understand, like, without half of the comics that y'all say y'all hate, y'all wouldn't have a lot of the shit that's going on right now in the goddamn movie universe.
So let's also reiterate, guys, that you guys are welcome. When you call in, you are welcome to call multiple times. But if you call
Just give it
for the
some
same
time.
subject. Yeah, like don't call for the same subject twice.
And you're also welcome to call to discuss your top 5. Just let's try to keep it a little. Let's say you want to say what, 3 minutes per caller.
Just be fair to the next caller.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if it's deep, it's deep, right? Like,
and we got another caller. We just on the road today, huh, Rory?
How you doing?
Hey, who we on with?
This is D Murray. I've been leaving messages in your comments for a while now. What's up?
Hey, most def, man.
I'm good. Just hanging out, watching some Star Trek, Next Generation.
That's you. Yeah, you know I'm on Deep Space Nine right now myself.
Are you serious? No fucking
I just
way.
finished Generation. I do not watch Star Trek at all. I'm sorry.
Dude, you're missing out, man. You want to learn about society. That's the shit right there.
Oh man. Oh my God. So
that's a Star Trek fan. Thank you for calling in. That's a Star Trek fan right there.
Let's just stick to topic. Let's stick to next week's episode is gonna be Star Wars versus Star Trek.
Top 5, right?
Yeah, top 5.
Well, like you said, what was it before? We said Dragon Ball Super. You didn't like that one.
I don't like Super.
I don't like, hey, if you respect Z, you gotta like Super. Like, not even if, like, you can't just say you hate it. You gotta like it. I like it.
Super hasn't given me anything to like.
Dude, Broly came back, man. Come on.
I didn't like this new Broly. The old Broly was so much better.
You had kids, like Saiyan kids kicking some fucking ass, man. Are you kidding me?
We had Saiyan kids whooping ass in the Majin Buu saga. Did you not forget
not
Cell?
like this.
Cell lost to Cell got his ass whipped by an 11-year-old boy. Sir, need I remind you? And that was probably my favorite fight in all of Dragon Ball Z history.
You talking about the Gohan Cell fight?
So
got, like,
we've had kids whooping ass in Z.
Gohan was wearing. Like, he wasn't wearing his color, he was wearing Piccolo's color. So, like, Piccolo kicked Cell's ass. So,
Even
like,
okay,
cool.
so even then we had Gohan whip Bojack's ass. So so what? So what? What you want to do?
Bojack?
We had
okay, what was number 4? Number 4?
What was my number 4? Number 4, did I get to number? I said number 4 was Attack on Titan.
Dude.
Their issue would be not liking Attack on Titan.
I'm trying to hold it in. This is gonna be so good.
I'm with you. I'm right there with you. I don't like Attack on Titans either. But I will say this, man. You gotta respect the fuck out of it. Like, look at what it is. It's giant eating people, man. Like, you gotta stab in the back of the neck to kill them? How's that not fucking cool?
I don't know, dude. That's too much for me, man. Like, what? It's not too much for me. It's just the overall. The story is just not appealing to me.
I didn't watch season 2. If that's any consolation, dude.
I didn't watch episode 2.
Oh, sick. Oh, you gotta give it 3 episodes, man. That's like the rule. It's like the unspoken rule of TV show. You gotta give it like 3 episodes. Like, all right.
I agree. If I don't like something in 3 episodes, like
I can't.
But if the first episode is super cheese, I don't go any further. You gotta keep this one.
I had to force myself to watch episode 1 like all the way through.
You gotta do it.
It's like the Broly movie. Like fun fact, I have
it's
not.
Like voting. Like, you can't talk about it unless you vote. Like 3 episodes to vote. That's what it is. But
fun fact, I have yet to watch that entire Broly movie without falling asleep. Like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I fall asleep on the exact same part every single time.
It sounds like me watching The Dark Knight. I kept falling asleep.
I fall asleep on the exact same part. The moment they're in Frieza's spaceship and Broly gets into it with one of Frieza's soldiers is where I fall asleep. And I don't wake back up until somewhere around the time where Broly's already transformed into his giant buff Broly form. Like, that's literally how my day of watching the Broly movie goes. Every single time.
You didn't play with action figures as a kid, did you?
You said what?
Like, you didn't play with action figures as a kid.
Dude, I just hate
like that everything you just said is like me playing with action figures. You just ruined my childhood experience with action figures.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, first of all, one of the coolest things about the old Broly movie was Broly had his own goddamn theme song, whether people want to admit it or not. Like, where was his theme song at here?
Did he really have a theme song?
It was like a heavy metal theme song. Every time Broly stepped on the scene, there was like a heavy metal song that popped on, and that was his theme song.
I'm a metalhead, dude. I was a singer in a metal band, so like for me, like that scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Like, this big dude with this metal, we're like, okay, I'm about to get my ass kicked. That's
exactly, bro. And I would love to sit here and reminisce what you call it, but we gotta let you go, man. I'm sorry, we're getting green lit over here.
Guys. My name is D. I run that FTO page.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you guys see it around. FTO Nerd Talk. Check it out.
Have a good one. Take it easy, guys.
All right, man.
Yeah,
no
man,
problem.
stick
Thank
around, bro. Once again, like, you guys are more than welcome to continuously call as much as you want for each subject, man. Like, more than welcomed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we've had more calls in like the last 20 minutes than
But-
we had all last episode.
but don't take this the wrong way, guys. I like all of y'all. I love all y'all. But that was my favorite caller.
I'm sorry, we got another caller. We're not gonna finish this list.
I mean, it's fine. Like, this is great.
This is good. Because
Yeah.
you don't know shit about anime. I'm going to just be talking.
I thought I was just gonna end up just sitting there.
Caller, you on the line. What's going on?
Who we talking to?
Hey, what's up, man? This Pete.
What's going on, man?
All right, bro, you already knew I was going to call.
Yeah, I appreciate the support, bro. I appreciate it.
Hey, the first thing you said I agree with. Dragon Ball Super, yeah, that shit ass cheek. Straight poop.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You know, finally somebody agrees with me on this, man. Yeah, I get a lot of hate. I get a lot of flack.
Yeah. But you know I'm not going to let you disrespect Naruto Shippuden.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, they took away the character. Like, there's no character development. Like, it's just...
Bro, that shit was fire. And I understand what you were saying about how it's all about Naruto. Hell, the show named Naruto, too. They couldn't help.
Yo. Like, yo. I knew you was going to say that because me and you have this argument a lot. I feel like, yeah, me and you had this argument a lot, bro. Like, I knew you was going to call in when I said Shippuden was in my bottom 5.
Yeah, so we going to talk about character development.
Right.
Like, if your complaint is character development, then you might need to put Dragon Ball Z on there as one of your worst ones.
No, Z had good character development.
Goku
Did it, though?
It did.
Did it? All the characters were pretty much one-dimensional, especially the main character. Absolutely one-dimensional.
Well, shit. Goku, I don't like Goku in the first place. So, Vegeta, great character development. Piccolo, great character development. Krillin, decent character development, not great. Yamcha.
There's more character development in One Punch Man than there is in Goku, and he's
One
been
Punch Man
around for
literally-
decades.
One Punch Man is literally about all character development, but Saitama.
No,
He's the
even
only-
Saitama has
He's
character
the only person
development.
with no character development.
No, I disagree.
I would say what I just said. I said what I said.
I stick to what I said.
I said what I said.
But basically, I'm gonna tell you why you think about Naruto Shippuden, because Naruto spoiled you, because all those little kids, and then when they grew up, they were sorry.
Basically, yeah. Like why was they cold as kids and then they grew up and they sorry as shit all of a sudden?
You see that a lot in real life too, though. You see a lot of people they might have been so great in middle school and in high school they trash. Like, it happens, bro.
Yeah, but why is it in Shippuden? Like, think about it. Why is the Leaf Village, which is supposed to be, you know, the most militant village of all, why these niggas always getting their ass whipped in Shippuden? Like, why is the kids that was so goddamn cold in Naruto, Kiba, Neji, Shikamaru, like, why these niggas sorry now?
That's why, though, because they were so good when they were young, they didn't think they had to work hard for it.
Like Neji by himself whipped one of Orochimaru's top henchmen's ass, and he got his ass waxed in Shippuden.
He didn't have a lot of people to challenge him, so he didn't get better. Naruto took a lot of L's when he was young, so that's why he got so good.
It amazes me how this particular community connects with these characters. These are arguments for these. I mean, this particular argument here about Naruto, I've never heard.
Yeah, this dude. It sometimes this shit just
Look,
doesn't.
it gets deep. Bro.
It gets deep, bro. It gets deep.
Yo,
It
bro.
gets real deep.
Thanks for calling in, Pete. We have more people trying to call in, and we can't answer call waiting. So,
But thank you for supporting, bro.
Again, I just want to reiterate that I don't like Naruto Shippuden because the character development is ass. The animation, the one fight that I was looking forward to, the animation for that fight was trash, which was Naruto versus Pain, and the animation for that fight was pure ass.
if you were trying to call in, please, now would be the appropriate time to try to call back. But we will continue to move forward.
Let's catch up with some comments. I feel like we missed a lot of comments.
Yeah, you beat me to it. That's what I was just about to say. You beat me to it.
Want to catch up on Facebook and I catch up on
YouTube first. Let's catch up on the YouTube comments first.
All right, cool. But God damn it, we got another call.
All right, caller, who are we talking to?
Admin static or something.
What's going on, man? What's going on? I thought it was Uncle Ruckus.
You should definitely be drawing and not on this phone call.
You should be drawing while on this phone call.
I heard that big ass breath. Don't do it. But I just want to interact on two different
It's gonna be
things.
Super
One,
Watch.
you got you got trash ass reasons to not like Super. Everything you said is wrong about Super. Be yourself. Z itself.
Z itself what?
has absolutely no character development whatsoever.
That's
even
a lie.
Abbott Negro and see that Super whatsoever does have character.
Who has character development in Super?
Vegeta has some of the greatest character development in Super throughout the whole thing. He's a completely different person now. He grew as a character.
His development happened in Z.
What, you say what?
He was already an established and devoted husband in Z. Like
he was not. He was still Steven in Z.
God, how many people trying to call?
you got that, and then Frieza. Frieza is totally different from what he used to be.
Frieza's still a dickhead.
Yo, just on a side note, guys, when y'all know we're on a call with a different caller, just give them at least 3 minutes so everybody can get their piece, and then we'll answer you. We're not gonna skip anybody.
Well, we're gonna try not to skip anybody because we still got a time limit.
The main reason people like you think Super is bad is because it answers a lot of questions that the fans fucking made up on their own.
What question did it answer?
Just like how everyone claimed that characters was like DBZ characters was light speed forever.
I never cared about that argument.
It doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter what you care about. Either way.
I never cared about that argument, honestly, bro.
Either way, that's one of the things that have been answered in Super. None of these characters have been light speed until now. Everything that the fans thought they do has been thrown in their face. That's why they don't like Super. And also, to the animation side has been kind of spotty. But as a whole, Super is definitely better than Z. It has a better story. There's better character development. Answers a lot of questions that.
Does he really have a better story?
Has been asked for years.
Goku literally started a tournament. He bet the universe on a tournament.
Matter of fact, Goku's character has developed in Super more than it has in Z.
He bet the universe on a martial arts tournament.
Super basically turned Goku into a villain, and he did not care.
He's always been. He bet the fate of the universe.
So am I to understand that Goku is Batman now?
Goku's a dickhead.
Beforehand, Goku was not even like that. He was the same stagnant person.
How was he not? He bet the fate of the universe on Cell. He gave Cell the chance to whip his son's ass. He gave Cell a Senzu bean. Cell very much could have beat Gohan's ass early in that fight had he not decided to play around.
Y'all are about to exceed the 3-minute mark.
We are, bro.
Okay.
He gave Frieza a chance to live like when he fought him the first time.
You Dragon Ball Z guys get so heated.
Goku's been a dickhead. There's no character development there.
Since my time is almost out, let me go ahead and say one more thing. DJ wrong as hell.
I knew I was waiting on it.
I'm gonna say it once, and I'm gonna say it again. I like porn, but I don't like midget porn.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in, Static.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. Just because you like one doesn't mean you have to like all.
I knew he was going.
Apparently, the greatest analogy for that subject is midget porn.
I don't know why he brought midget porn into this, but whatever.
That was a hell of an extreme.
I did not need that.
If you were trying to call, now is the time to try to call back. We're still catching up on comments.
Justin Bennett, currently at work. Keep up the great podcast. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Anytime we get any type of words of affirmation, it's a good thing. And it just makes us want to do this even more. But I'm serious about next week being Star Wars versus Star Trek.
It's not even a contest. It's Star Trek all the way.
Okay. Pokemon mixed with Black Clover from Malik Turner.
Is that supposed to be the shot at the Digimon? Is that what that was supposed to be?
Yeah. That's a shot at Digimon. Dude, Digimon was so much better than Pokemon. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. The Rel, hate to break it, Avatar not an anime, although it's lit as fuck.
Avatar is absolutely an anime.
I was about to say, a lot of people consider it was definitely an anime. It's created by what? It's created by. It's basically everything.
It was two teams. It was an Asian team and an American team.
Let's see. Okay, this is a really good list. Malik Turner's top 5 list. Hitman Reborn. I'm not sure if you didn't watch it, but it's a very good anime. Yu Yu Hakusho, another good one.
Now I've watched that one.
Ronin Warriors.
I feel like no. I've seen it, but I haven't watched it. I've seen it.
One Piece, dude. I know why. One Piece is too goddamn long for me to like it. Fist of the North Star. I feel like Fist of the North Star could have been in my bottom 5. I feel like that's just overly dramatic for no reason. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying that.
What up, Mike Blunts, man? What up, bro? What up?
Let's see. How do you hate Gurren Lagann? Because they throw galaxies like they're fucking frisbees, and there's no logic behind it.
I don't know if that one was aimed at me. That might be aimed at me. I
hate it. Well, I think it was aimed at me because I said I fucking hate it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I was like, I don't hate it. I just don't like I'm talking about it. Like, just so much broke stuff happening there. So much. And when people can't like for me as like a fan of like characters who are usually like pretty powerful.
Yeah.
The first thing somebody does is like, from the anime community especially, is like, what about Gurren Lagann? Like, I don't have no argument for that.
I hate that. Like why, bro? Like, I don't want to talk about Gurren Lagann. So, Rel, bro, you do not hate Shippuden. That don't make sense. I hate Naruto Shippuden. I will wear a I hate Naruto Shippuden shirt up here one of these goddamn days, just to let y'all know that I hate Naruto Shippuden. I will say it again. I hate it. You can't change my mind on it. Let's see. Brian Davis, do you feel Dante will get a sequel? I think that's at you.
I mean, yeah, we know it's coming. Like, we already know it's coming. So yeah, the Netflix thing is the only thing that's a rumor around it. So we don't know if it will be on Netflix or not. But we do know that what's his name? Ari, that Ari dude who does like the YouTube. He was the guy who basically produced the Venom short film, fan film on YouTube, and the Power Rangers fan film that was pretty dark on YouTube. And
right.
So he's already done his interview talking about, you know, it's going to get done. So there's really no more needed to say about that. It's going to get done. We just don't know where it's going to end up at. And from what I understand from the anime community, we don't want it to be Funimation, even though it was a Funimation project before.
I feel like a lot of people don't want Funimation to do anything because Funimation was good a while back, and then like they just went with this super hyperactive animation. Like everything looks the same with their animation now. Like they're doing a one-dimensional thing now.
But his work with Castlevania was really good. So hopefully the next Devil May Cry anime will look just as and come out just as good as the Castlevania one did on Netflix. And hopefully he'll keep the same writers, because one of my favorite comic writers was on that show. So I'm with it.
See, Malik Turner's Soul Eater should be mentioned. I thought about putting Soul Eater on my top 5, but not Soul Eater took it off my top 5. And not so I should have did it like I did Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Soul Eater should have been in my top 5, and not Soul Eater should have been in my bottom 5, because not Soul Eater was horrible.
What up, Lewis? Lewis says he really enjoys Sinbad.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. I really haven't watched Sinbad.
Oh, look, there it is. D was like, not really a sitcom.
Let's see. Brian Davis, Cell or Boo can't beat Broly. They can't beat either Broly. You can put either Cell versus either Boo, and neither one of them is beating that. So if you take Z Cell or Z Boo, they're not beating Z Broly. But if you take Super Frieza and put him, or Super Boo, or Super Frieza, because Cell hasn't appeared in Super yet, neither one of them is beating Broly. And that's been proven because Frieza got his ass whipped for an hour straight in the Broly movie. I did wake up in time for that part. Like, you got your ass whipped for an hour straight. And the only reason he got off your ass is because we stepped in. Like, that shit was gruesome. Attack on Titans is like Jack and the Beanstalk on crack. It's just horrible, bro. I hated that fairy tale, by the way.
Mike says he hates DBZ as well.
Do you hate DBZ or do you hate Super?
He says I hate DBZ. I think he was saying as a whole.
He probably was.
Yeah, he was saying I hate DBZ too, bro. I feel your pain.
Mike just a hater though.
No, Mike's the homie.
Let's see. DBZ was not balanced. I never said it was balanced. I said it had good character development. Like, it's never been balanced. One person's always been stronger than everybody else. It's just that one person just so happened to be a fucking dickhead and bets the universe on stupid shit. Let's see. Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate was live as fuck. Yeah, it was, bro. Like, Hellsing Ultimate was... Hellsing Ultimate is just funny. Like, I feel like they say the shit that they wanted to say in Hellsing. DBZ had better character development. I said it already.
Yeah, there's a couple people saying Hellsing was pretty whack, but then Lewis definitely says it was dope. I remember watching Hellsing from beginning to end, and Hellsing was more hyped up from people around me at the time than like the show actually.
I thought I heard Roy typing hard as hell.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like people who like Hellsing really hard like something that the show didn't actually offer me, and I'm just missing whatever that is.
And I feel like if you watch the abridged or Hellsing Ultimate, you get that. Because, like I said, Hellsing Ultimate does shit. They say it's the way that they say shit that makes you think like, oh shit, this is what they meant in Hellsing, but they couldn't say it because
nigga shit.
Basically PG-13. Like, dude, that shit gets like, bro, like.
Mike says Star Wars for sure. I'm sorry, Mike. We are no longer associated. So goodbye.
Oh no, I thought he was the homie though.
You know they come and go.
Oh well, hey,
I had to pour one out for him.
Well, we gotta go. We got another caller. I figured that by now.
All right, then caller. Who we on with?
Hey, yo, this is Darrell from last episode, man.
What's poppin'? What's going on, man? Welcome back.
I gotta go on, give me some of that hating on Putin real quick.
Okay. What you got?
I mean, I guess I'm trying to. I guess what I haven't heard from Putin besides character. Is it just character development?
No, character development is trash. The plot is very stupid. Animation, it comes and goes. It's not consistent enough for me. Like, it has some very good moments, and then it's just like the rest of it is just here. This is
it's funny. Like, I think, like, specifically with you, like when it came to like Spider-Man and other games and stuff like that, the exact things that you be having a problem with be the things that I be loving about this shit. So like that specific fight in Shippuden, right?
Naruto versus Pain, the very underwhelming fight.
Yo, that fight was fucking lit. The animation on it, dude, I think there was a strike going on during that time.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but the moment Pain's legs started moving like fucking Roadrunner in the old Wile E. Coyote cartoons, that fight became uninteresting to me.
I love that art that they did. When they did that, it was the first time I noticed they did that throughout the whole series. Real quick,
so kind of like so you enjoyed watching Wile E. Coyote legs?
Hey,
that's Pain.
I mean, I got it on a Plex. You heard me? Like, ain't far away. You know what I'm saying? I got that on the media service.
Hey, I mean, you like what you like, bro. What about Pain's face and eyes basically flowing to the back of his fucking head after a wind blast?
All of that. All of that. Exaggerated punches, you know what I'm saying? Going through the stomach, coming out through the back. You know,
I was just about to say the exaggerated punches. You enjoyed Naruto's hand basically creating extra skin.
Going through that.
Go through pain.
All that shit was lit.
Yo, he's like, I ain't taking no losses on this subject. He's like, I like all of it. Give me more.
All of that shit. But besides that specific fight, though,
yeah,
I think that, I mean, I just straight up disagree with the character development, but it's just, I don't think that's a point in kind of getting into it with you, because it's like, you know, I feel the opposite with original Naruto. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? I didn't think that there was much character development in original Naruto.
I feel like everybody that wasn't, I feel like...
You know, even for me not to be a fan of Naruto, especially, out of all anime, like, I have to highly disagree. I think in the beginning stages, all you see is development in his character.
Like Naruto, the original
and all of them, actually, from Sasuke to Useless...
Sakura to
that's what I was talking about.
To Neji. The only person that didn't get character development was Tenten.
No, it was technically Neji.
Nah, Neji got character.
So when you guys first saw them episodes in Naruto, with all of them, you know what I'm saying, Naruto, Sasuke, you know what I'm saying, Shikamaru, all of them popped up.
Yeah.
From day one till the end of Naruto, not starting in Shippuden, but the end of Naruto,
right?
You can sit there and tell me that you cannot predict that they were going to be the way they are. I don't see anything that changed.
Okay, so there's a difference there. So you're talking about the dynamic for which characters exist versus the dynamic of how somebody got from point A to point B. And the point A to point B had development in it.
But even then, like, it's kind of what you said. Once you see one anime, you kind of see it all. So you could kind of imagine, like...
Hey, can we get that as a quote? Can I get a soundbite of that? It's once you see one anime,
Rory,
you've pretty much seen every other one from that same genre.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Yeah, man. It's just, dude. I think it's just a lot of. It's all personal, honestly. Like I said, to me, I just feel like there wasn't character development in Shippuden.
I feel you. I feel you. That's why I feel like we couldn't get into it about that part. But number one thing about Shippuden, though, that I just think is like
The fights were
no one
underwhelming.
can argue about it. I think they had the most top fights
Nah.
in Shippuden than they did in Naruto.
Not a
Uh-oh.
single two fights. I'm gonna say 3. I can pick the 3 best fights in the Naruto series, and I guarantee the top 3 fights in the Shippuden series ain't touching those 3 fights.
What you got?
Neji versus Kidomaru is definitely one. Number 2, Naruto versus Sasuke, Valley of the End fight. Number 2. Number 3, Gaara and Rock Lee versus Kidomaru. There's literally no fight in Shippuden touching any 3 of those fights. But we're getting the green light that we gotta let you go, caller.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right.
My man was like, that was a little.
But feel free to like type your rebuttal if you want to. Bro. I'm sorry, bro. We got the green light. Whenever we get the green light, we gotta let you go.
He was like, how convenient. So let's make sure. So James wanted to make sure, Admin Static wanted to make sure that everybody understands that One Piece, one of the worst dumbass animes ever.
Yes,
Woo!
it is.
Thank God for that disclaimer at the beginning of this video.
25 years, and this thing has still. They haven't given us a break. It's just they've just been going, and I feel like it's just drawn out. Like kind of like what Bleach is doing now. It should have fucking ended a long time ago, but they just keep doing it to draw it out. One Piece has been doing that for 25 years. Like
I feel so bad for everybody who's like, I love One Piece. You're about to get this phone call.
I'm gonna say this right now. I feel bad for everybody watching One Piece. I don't even watch One Piece, but I know what's gonna happen. Spoiler alert: once they get to the end of the series and they discover the One Piece is gonna be a note from Goldie Roger or whatever the fuck the Pirate King at the time's name was, and it's gonna be a note saying that the One Piece is not the treasure, but the adventure you had with your friend. Never mind the amount of people that fucking died looking for this goddamn note. One Piece is a treasure. Is gonna be the treasure the treasure is gonna be the adventure that you take with your friends, which is the dumbest fucking thing that they could ever do, but they're gonna do it.
That sounds like a theme for Kingdom Hearts.
It kind of does, but at least you know Kingdom Hearts is gonna end. That's gonna be the One Piece. It is probably gonna be treasure. Cause here's the thing: there's treasure all over One Piece. Like I shit you not, I could like if you were to like think about it, you could say fuck looking for the One Piece and you could just go raid some other treasure loot and you'd be well off. Everybody's looking for the One Piece, only, and it's creating an adventure. As much as I hate One Piece, it's creating a non-stop fucking adventure. It's literally the never-ending story of anime, and it's just going and constantly fucking going.
Lewis says that anime or manga. So we're discussing, I guess, the whole 9. You're right. Like if the manga is privy to the subject, then of course we'll discuss that. Its cohesiveness to the subject. Mike also says, I'm no hater, Doom. Some animes are just terrible.
Yeah, some are terrible, like Dragon Ball Super and One Piece and Attack on Titan and Sword Art Online 1 and 2 and Naruto Shippuden. But you know, yeah, I already said
Somebody's about to give you these hands. I feel like somebody's about to give you these hands.
we have a caller.
Yo, okay, caller. Who are we on with?
DJ Mark again. What's up?
What's going on, DJ?
Yeah, I just want to call bullshit for whoever that said that One Piece was garbage because they don't know what the fuck they talking about.
That was in the chat, not on the
That was
phone
in the
call.
chat. And I also said that also. One Piece is garbage, bro. I'm sorry.
I just want to put it on the record that, you know what I'm saying, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. He goes to his little ass down somewhere. He ain't no anime fan.
Let me
I'm gonna let you know, because I'm gonna let them know for the record right now. One Piece is one of the top anime in the box office and still breaking records, so they can't talk shit about One Piece.
So
They know goddamn well when they talk about their subject, they always talk about Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy.
let me ask
And
you
they
this.
always had character development, and everywhere they go, they always get into it with somebody. There's always a fight at every island they get into. It's not like always one of them boring shows where they just go to an island, they don't do shit. Every time that nigga Luffy step on the plate, that nigga get into it with somebody.
I just thought about
And he
something.
gonna give them hands to somebody. And like I told everybody else, I said One Piece don't have fillers like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and Bleach bullshit.
Bro,
Now, mind you,
I just came up
for
with
the
a perfect
character
analogy.
development, out of all them niggas that's on One Piece, they got better character development than Naruto. Now, mind you, the only character development that any nigga got in Shippuden was Sakura. But everybody else, they already knew what they was gonna be like. And you also got to remember who trained Naruto too. So he was probably he was like the number 2 at character development. But the most character development, you was right, was the original Naruto because they had more fights. Even the tournament was like one of the biggest highlights.
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm about to
But,
piss you off with
you
what
know
I'm
what
about
I'm
to say. One Piece is like a GTA lobby. It doesn't matter how many of them bitches you go into, you're going to get the exact same thing. It's gonna be niggas fighting. It's gonna be somebody trying to, just trying to hype everything up. And Luffy's usually the instigator. Like, people be chilling. Luffy instigates a lot of shit in One Piece. I just thought about this. Luffy's like a big ass instigator. Like, but it's the same. Like, every island they go to, it's going to be the same shit over and over.
No, it's not. You might seem that way. That's your perception, but your perception is wrong. How you gonna say that he actually going to start a fight in CP9 place when he was making friends with people and CP9 was assassin to go attack them? He ain't started shit.
So okay,
CP9 started it.
I'm gonna say this right.
So CP9 got the ass whooped. Now we go to another arc, Skypiea arc, right? Skypiea arc. They came upstairs to the Cloud arc. They wasn't fucking with nobody. The king up there, Da Enel, if you remember correctly, he was fucking with Luffy. Luffy had to go give them a hand.
He was fucking
so
with
get
him.
It right if you gonna talk about Luffy starting shit.
He was in,
like Crocodile. Crocodile came into the mist. He started shit, and guess what? Luffy gave him them hands too.
Luffy was talking shit to Crocodile. I'm pretty sure Luffy talked shit to Crocodile. I'm pretty sure Luffy started talking shit to Crocodile.
But they been in jail together, so you know what I'm saying. And they became good buddies. After he gave them hands, they became good friends. You know what I'm saying, trying to get out of prison.
This is my biggest beef with One Piece because I was actually into it up until Marineford down. This is my biggest beef with One Piece. Them niggas killed off Ace for no reason. But the only reason that they gave for killing off Ace was people were complaining that nobody was dying in One Piece. So they killed off like the most popular character.
Well, everybody know that Shonen Jump is one of those companies that nobody don't really die like that until like Shippuden start coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, niggas was dying in Naruto, bro.
You know,
niggas was dying in like the first 6 episodes. Niggas was dying.
It was characters that was dying, mind you, but it wasn't characters that mattered, that important.
Somebody
so that's
died
the reason why it was
first
like
episode. Like a main character died the first episode of Naruto.
Which one was that?
What's his name? Mizune, like the one who actually set Naruto off on his path of being a miscreant.
Oh, you talking about the nigga with the you talking about the first arc where he fought Zabuto with the big ass sword and shit?
No, I'm talking about the one that convinced him to steal the scroll.
Oh yeah.
Like Naruto had folks dying left and right, bro. Like, but the thing about One Piece was they were saying like nobody was dying. Like it'd be fights and you think somebody died, but they just got really injured. But nobody.
Oh, but that
was
dude, that dude in the first episode, he didn't die. He was in prison. If you read the manga, he's in chapter 389, I believe it was. He still was locked up in prison. It was a filler arc. That was the reason why I know about it because I hate the fillers from Naruto. All the Naruto fillers is garbage.
I haven't watched a single.
That shit is garbage.
I haven't watched a single filler of Naruto.
All right, DJ, we just got the green light for you, man.
All right, man. Y'all be out.
I thought this was gonna be a short episode. This might be a pretty long episode.
So
we ain't even finished the first goddamn.
So not rejecting the chat, right? But just on a side note, for those of you guys who are just now coming in, you are more than welcome to call the show. Please add the Nerd Unpacked page on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Get your shout outs if you need your shout outs. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have an opinion, please share it. We don't mind bonding with you, connecting with you on it.
Unless it's a bad opinion, then keep it to yourself.
So we're gonna get to the next subject, right? We're gonna get to the next subject because this one, I think these next two subjects, I think people will really, or you guys in general, for you guys watching now and you guys that'll be watching later, I think this will really resonate the most out of anything we could possibly get into, right? Because that's kind of where everything's leading anyway with these animes. So, favorite character, Admin Doom?
Of all anime. Okay, so we're going to do what? Let's do top 3. I feel like we don't have enough time. I feel like if we do top 5, it's going to stretch. So
I mean, it's only, so did you only want to do one character or 3 characters?
Let's do 3. I'm gonna do because I know you don't have many, so I'm gonna say 3. Vegeta, number 1. That's in order. Number 1, Vegeta. I don't give a fuck. Nobody says Vegeta's my favorite character of all anime time. Number 2, a lot of people don't know this guy, but Bankotsu from Inuyasha, the only person that like he's actually the only rival that Inuyasha ever had, in my opinion. Not Koga, not Sashomaru, but Bankotsu was that nigga, and he should have beat Inuyasha's ass. Number 3 was pretty recent. Ban from Seven Deadly Sins is he crept into my number 3 spot, bro. Like, Ban is just cold as shit. Like, for somebody that doesn't have a sacred treasure, he definitely can beat damn near anybody's ass without it. So that's my top 3.
Highly anticlimactic. All right. I mean, obviously Dante, right? I don't care.
Yeah, you sticking to this.
It's Dante. You can't. You don't. There's no character in existence better than Dante. That's gonna be a problem. I can feel it. I mean, nothing else really matters.
Right,
on the cool, like,
you just gonna stick with Dante.
Okay. Oh, do I have to? Okay, so Dante, Blade from Needless, and I believe that was the main character's name. And once again, main character from Stride.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
I did it.
You seem like you had a hard time picking them 3.
I was gonna say Iron Man because of the animated movie.
Because of the animated, yeah.
Iron Man, but I'd rather say Blade. Since Blade had the animated. So you guys also obviously now at this point, tell us your favorite characters. We'll go through every last one of them. Tell us your favorite character.
Let's go to most hated characters. I'm gonna let you start on this one.
No, for sure. Move right on so we can get both of them out the way.
Yeah,
most hated character. I absolutely make sure I'm in focus, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I absolutely do not like any character in Dragon Ball Z. No, I do not care for Goku, man. There's no other way to put it. I mean, do I have to name 3? Because this is easy as hell.
I mean, yeah. You could,
Naruto. I don't like Naruto. I don't. And then I don't like One Punch Man. Right. Each one for genuine reasons, in my opinion. But yeah, those are 3 characters I'm not fond of.
See, damn. Number 1, Goku, complete fucking dickhead. Bets the universe countless times, and it's still, and like nobody stopped this guy. Like, everybody just somehow is surprised that Goku's willing to bet the goddamn universe on a fight every single time. He did it with Frieza. It's funny. He did it with Frieza. He let Frieza live. Gave Frieza energy, and Frieza tried to kill him again. He did it with Cell. He gave Cell a Senzu bean, and Cell could have most definitely whipped Gohan's ass if Cell wasn't playing around for a little bit. Again, Tournament of Power. He bet the entire fucking universe on a battle that he didn't even fucking win. So, yeah. I fucking hate Goku, bro. He's just a character that pisses me off. Number 2. It's kind of hard because I have a love-hate relationship with this character. Black Star from Soul Eater. Because I love Black Star. Like, that's one of the few animes where I say the main character I like. But I just hate... He's supposed to be an assassin, but he's a loud-ass assassin. So it kind of takes away being an assassin if you loud as shit every single time. Like, he gets it. Like, he gets what being an assassin is about. He's just all around dickhead and doesn't care. Like, he could be moving into position. Nobody knows he's there. And the moment he's about to strike, he'll yell just because he wants to yell. And it'll fuck up the entire assassination.
Like Desert Punk. Just ruin everything.
Basically. So Black Star, I guess it's a love-hate relationship with Black Star because I don't completely hate him because I actually like him as a character. I just hate that he does dumb shit.
I should have said Edward from Full Metal Alchemist.
I was just about to say the dad from Full Metal Alchemist, the scientist, the one that turned his daughter into a dog. I feel like he's universally the most hated character in all of anime. He turned his daughter into a dog.
Why'd you repeat that?
He turned his daughter into a dog. So it's like every time I see like that meme, that little dog meme, it's just funny as shit that everybody has been able to come together and say that, hey, this guy is the worst character in all of fucking. You literally can't give me a character that's worse than this guy.
All right, so for you guys just coming in, once again, welcome to Blerd Lines podcast on Nerd Unpacked. If you want your shout-outs, post your shout-outs. Follow, share, all the cliches. The subject right now is favorite character and most hated character in all of anime. I guess the list should come down to 3 is what we decided on. So please let us know. We're about to catch up with your opinions now.
Let's see.
You are more than welcome to call. New subject. You are more than welcome to call back and give your feedback.
See, we got One Piece.
Or express your opinion.
One Piece was the dumbest anime of all time. We got that.
Shout out to D. Murray. He says, that was fun. Thanks, guys. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, no
Most
problem,
def.
man. Thanks for the support. Anytime you guys call in, it lets us know that we're doing something right. So, and all we want to do is talk.
Admin Static says, if y'all close out in time, I'll do live on the drive. Okay. All right. Mike Blunt says Kakashi versus Obito was literally, I guess this is to you, was literally the best fight.
Wasn't even the best fight in Shippuden, bro.
It says in all of Naruto.
It wasn't even the best fucking fight in Shippuden.
He's Mike also says change my mind. He knew it. He expected it. He was like change my mind.
It wasn't even a whole Team 10. Shikamaru versus Hidan. Team 10 versus Kakazu. Madara versus basically anybody he fucking went against. Even the Boruto series, Orochimaru versus his grown ass son or clone son, whatever. Neji versus Kidomaru, Naruto versus Sasuke, Valley of the End. Hinata versus Pain. That was actually a decent fight.
I'm actually surprised in the previous conversation nobody mentioned Pain but the homie from YouTube. He was the only one to bring up Pain. Kakashi
versus Pain. Dude, like there's a bunch of good fights in Naruto. None of them are Kakashi versus Obito.
Static says One Piece is the Tim Tebow of anime.
It should have ended a long fucking time ago, and it didn't. You're right. We agree on something, Static.
Someone that likes all quote unquote all anime can't tell the difference between good and bad. Burn.
That's kind of the same thing with music. Some people that like say, "Oh, I just like all music," can't tell the difference between good and bad music, so they end up liking like Cardi B.
That's very specific.
Or they end up liking the fucking Migos, thinking that the Migos is good music. Like, so yeah, I can see that.
Mike also says Zoro is literally the best strawhead pirate.
I will definitely agree with that. Of all of One Piece, Zoro is probably the greatest character in that entire fucking series.
And Lewis, who is a sharer, thank you, Lewis. Absolutely. Lewis says, your perception is wrong, quote unquote. That was funny though when he popped out. Okay, so
let's catch up with the YouTube chat. Let's see. Hellsing the old and Ultimate series was good. Ultimate was great. Not the old Hellsing. He taking my word about One Piece. Yeah, it's overrated and should have ended a long ass time ago. They can't find One Piece. They can find One Piece if they ask the seagulls. What if that's what it came down to? What if that's what it came down to? You had to ask one of the animals, like somebody that can talk to animals, talks to an animal that was around when the One Piece was like laid, and that's how they find it. What do you think about Goblin Slayer, dude? I'm gonna start it this weekend. I haven't started. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Goblin Slayer, so I will start it this weekend. Goblin Slayer and Demon Slayer are the two things that I'm going to start this weekend. Full Metal Alchemist was I'm not the only person thank God. I didn't want to say this because I knew I was going to get a lot of callers, but now that I got somebody backing me up, Full Metal Alchemist was trash. I didn't want to say it because I knew everybody was going to like flood the timelines.
Isn't Full Metal Alchemist also one of those animes that was like, had some American work on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still trash. It was still trash. Shit was ass.
Okay, so Admin Static again says, so the anime, quote unquote anime fan don't know who died in Naruto that was important, huh? The old Hokage Asuma, I think I said that right.
Asuma.
Neji, Asuma. Apologies, guys. Asuma, Neji. Need I go on?
Minato died episode 1. I just want to point that out. And he's, quote unquote, the most skilled Kage of all.
Lewis says Ban is deaf as fuck.
Yeah, dude, Bond is my joke, bro. 7 Deadly Sins is only on season 2, and Bond has crept up into my top 3 characters of all time.
Okay. So,
Itachi, Sinbad, Alucard. I do
yeah,
not like...
yeah. Getting into you guys' favorite and most hated characters.
I'm sorry, Lewis. I do not like Itachi. I don't, bro. Like, Itachi was a failure. When you think about it, Itachi was a failure in the long run.
Lewis is like, I don't give a damn what you like.
Everything Itachi tried to accomplish, and I dare somebody to argue me with this. Everything Itachi tried to accomplish, he failed at. He tried to keep the Leaf Village from being destroyed. The shit got destroyed either way it went. He tried to keep the Akatsuki in check. They still resurrected the Ten Tails. He tried to keep Madara from being resurrected. Madara still got resurrected. He tried to stop the reanimation jutsu. Again, Madara was still resurrected from the reanimation jutsu. Everything Itachi tried to prevent, he failed at. Like, he tried to keep Sasuke from joining the Akatsuki. Guess what? Sasuke still joined the Akatsuki. There was nothing he did or that he set out to do that he accomplished. Somebody else might have accomplished something similar, but he accomplished nothing.
I can tell you meant that.
I definitely meant that. I meant that. I meant that shit with every fiber of my being.
Yeah, Lewis also said, though, Sinbad and Alucard.
I like
Alucard from Hellsing,
I like
obviously.
Alucard. I haven't seen Sinbad, though, so I don't know about Sinbad.
I have no problem with Alucard.
So you're
from
one for
Hellsing.
You're 1-1-1. You're one.
My beef is when they try to compare Alucard to a power level that the show clearly doesn't show you, and that's probably my beef as somebody who's clearly an advocate of the versus community. Like,
I feel like somebody put
just
Alucard
annoying
versus
when they do
Dante
that.
and it pissed you off.
I mean, of course, Alucard versus Dante is annoying. I mean, Alucard versus most people they try to put him up against. Like, Alucard just doesn't show you that type of power yet. You know, somehow people think.
But he's immortal.
No. Immortality doesn't keep you from getting your ass.
Like, you can't be killed.
doesn't keep you from buying the farm, you know.
Yeah. I mean, hey, what's his name? Goddamn, Orochimaru's immortal, and he still got his ass whooped a couple of times.
Admin Static says that nigga Itachi killed his whole clan just to fail in the end.
Everything that they said the Uchiha clan was trying to accomplish, one Uchiha did that shit. Sasuke did literally everything that they tried to stop the entire clan from doing. Sasuke did that shit by himself. So killing the Uchiha clan was useless because, again, one goddamn Uchiha accomplished what they just tried. Actually, technically two, because Obito's an Uchiha. So two Uchihas basically accomplished everything that the Leaf Village was scared. Not even the entire Leaf Village. That Danzo's paranoid ass was scared was gonna happen. And it only happened because he ordered the hit out on the Uchiha clan. Like, I'm pretty sure they were just chilling.
So, guys, don't forget, share this with us. Share your favorites, your top 3 favorite characters in all of anime, and your top 3 most hated characters in all of anime. Surely we can agree on something.
Let's see. Mike Blunt's his top 5 anime characters. Orochimaru, I do respect, bro. Orochimaru is definitely one of my favorite characters. If we would have did top 5, he would have made it. He would have made my top 5 list. Natsu, I don't like Natsu.
The Pokemon? That's why.
From Fairy Tail. You didn't watch Fairy Tail. Natsu. I don't know why you have Natsu on that list and not Gray, but hey, whatever. Or even Laxus, but whatever. Tasha Godspell. Whatever. Edward. That entire fucking series is ass.
Elric from freaking
Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal, period. Hiro Yui. I don't know who the fuck that is, so pretty sure it's from something I haven't watched yet, or I should have watched it I didn't get around to.
Yeah, Mike, tell us who Hero's from. Also, don't forget, guys, you can still call in. It's a whole new subject, so if you feel like you need to express something verbally, you are more than welcome to do it. From you guys on YouTube to you guys on Facebook.
Okay, YouTube, CM Sullivan. If you're talking about the first Full Metal, then sure, I can accept it as trash. But Brotherhood, nah, bro. Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, both of them was ass. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. The Royale, he killed he killed a whole clan in the village. He didn't do that by himself, by the way. And you can't say he killed a whole clan when there's still 3 of them motherfuckers living. So he didn't kill the whole clan. Yeah. And again, he only did that because he was a little bitch. And instead of fighting with his family, like a real person should.
You were finna say a real nigga. Like
I wanted to, but I'm not gonna use that word. But instead of fighting with his family, like like somebody should have done, he decided to go against his family. So
Heroes from Gundam, by the way, guys.
Okay. What? Wing X?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gundam Wing.
Okay. I was like, damn it.
Thank you, Admin
I was
Static.
thinking it sounded familiar. But yeah.
Which is weird because this guy got on me about not knowing anything about
Shut
Gundam
up,
Wing.
bitch.
You know,
We're talking about this shit now. No, but no, like, so saying he killed his whole clan, he only killed his clan with Obito's help. And then on top of that, he only killed his clan because, again, one, he was playing both sides of the fence from the beginning. He was a double fucking agent. Like, it's just annoying. I hate Itachi. I hate his fanboys. Let's just leave it at I hate Itachi and his fanboys.
Okay, so let's go into the next subject, right? Let's go into the next subject. It's still favorites and stuff like that and least favorites, but this time the subject is DBZ. So once again, guys,
Pete said second Hokage started that shit. Exactly. If the second Hokage basically wasn't Hitler in a sense, the Uchiha clan would have been chilling. He basically made them the most hated clan in the village by himself. So yeah, you can see why they would want some kind of resistance, because not only did he start the shit, but third Hokage, who's supposed to be the most peaceful Hokage, kept that shit going. So yeah, you can see some resentment there. I would want to rise up too if some jackass made, my clan basically the police clan, knowing that people hate the police, even in Naruto.
Yeah. So here we go, guys. Dragon Ball Z is the subject here, and so your favorite 5. Oh, whew, this one actually had a number. Oh my God, there are 5 people to like in Dragon Ball Z. I find that hard to believe. Anyway, it is not up to me.
Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Cell, and old school Broly.
I like all the black characters. Right, like Janemba.
Did you call Janemba a black character?
Janemba's clearly black.
How?
A character who's considered black that's clearly not black is Piccolo.
Yeah.
Piccolo is not black.
Piccolo's
but I
in my
will
top
say, in all fairness, he does look like my actual father.
Piccolo's in my top 5.
Yeah.
So, I don't care.
Trade him for Nail. So like I'm gonna have to say Janemba, Cell, Super Boo.
Just all the goddamn villains, huh?
I mean, we've been villainized all our life, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I'm just trying to connect.
You know what's fucked up? I don't consider Cell a villain. He just wanted a good ass fight.
That just threw me off because he was definitely villainous.
He just wanted a good ass fight.
What's his name? Deborah, the one that wore the Dickie suit.
Deborah?
Yeah, he definitely he
The
was
one that spit and turns motherfuckers into stone?
he was definitely the Snoop Dogg of the whole series. My man had chucks and everything. Like, if you watch Dragon Ball Z and you saw Deborah and you don't think he was wearing the Dickie suit, we got beef.
I'm trying to think, Deborah. You talking about the Demon King?
Mm-hmm.
Red guy, horns,
Red, yeah.
blue suit. Okay,
Blue Dickie suit
Blue, with a white cape.
with the pimp strap. Yeah. And I have to be honest, when I was in school, having printed pictures in your binder was a thing.
Yeah.
And so, actually, the way that I was introduced to kickboxing was because a man saw me on the train with a picture of a bunch of Trunks attacks on my binder.
Yeah.
So Trunks had a really cool design when I was mad young. So it wasn't even about like what the show was, because I actually didn't know what the show was, but I knew that character and that jacket, that sword. Like,
see that tight ass jacket.
I was into that whole blonde haired Jean-Claude Van Damme guy. And if you say that's not Jean-Claude Van Damme, you got to prove it.
I'm not even gonna.
Because when that jacket comes off, that's clearly Jean-Claude Van
I don't
Damme.
even want to argue with you on that one.
But yeah, pretty much the black characters for me, man. I'm gonna have to say, yeah, pretty much the black characters for me. Oh no, but you know what? Actually, Trunks doesn't go on my list. I liked Baby Vegeta. And if I can't pick Baby Vegeta, definitely Super Saiyan 4 Goku because the design and nothing more. The design was just mad fly.
I mean, I would say Baby Vegeta's on the list. He's a character.
Okay, yeah. So Baby Vegeta hits my list too. Yeah.
I would say Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta over Goku though. Just because I like Vegeta more than I like Goku.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
Because the design on Goku was better.
It was the same goddamn design.
No. Vegeta's hair was not what was up.
It was the same goddamn
No,
design.
Vegeta's hair was not what was up.
It was
I
just
said
his hair with
what I said, blood. Like,
goddamn shit.
what's okay, all right. So that's my top. So
Hey. Alright. Favorite fight. 3 if you can name 3.
Also, guys, of course, this is extended to you. Please enlighten us on who your favorite 5 Dragon Ball Z characters
And
are.
speaking of that, Lewis. Is it Lewis or Luis? Let me know. 1 or 2. 1 for Lewis, 2 for Luis. Trunks, Vegeta, Boo, 17, Frieza as his top 5. That's actually a decent list. It depends which Boo you're talking about, because the only Boo that I actually fucking liked was Super Boo with Gotenks absorbed, not Gohan.
Okay, so Mike says the Tasha character is actually from Witch Hunter.
That did not pop up on my shit. I got his gray as honorable mention though.
James says Admin Static. I'm sorry. Admin Static says Cell serves the Queen.
Cell serves whoever the fuck he wants. Cell has no master.
Did you get Lewis's list right? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And then we have Mike's list. Mike says facts. Deborah was from Compton. Yeah, bro. Like you would have to be like just stubborn or absolutely 100% legally blind not to.
That's what you're trying to say.
Not to see that Deborah was wearing a Dickie suit.
So it is.
And my man had this smoke. Am I the only person who remember that?
What?
He had this smoke.
Oh.
Yeah, he said that was a nigga.
So all right. So it is Lewis. Gotcha. Thank you for clearing that up. I didn't want to be calling you Luis. And yeah. James.
Deborah is the Snoop. Yeah, man, I stand by that. Deborah is the Snoop.
James, by Queen I mean the UK. Bro, Cell, you just mad because Cell could wipe the floor with Frieza. And even if the moment they bring Cell back in Super and let him catch up to everybody else, he's beating Frieza's ass. Actually, James is just mad that Cell's the best villain of all of Dragon Ball Z. But that's another topic for another day.
So let's catch up on the YouTube chats. Also, guys, don't forget you can still call in. We're mad open to you guys still calling in.
Let's see. CM Sullivan, Sooner from Reborn, decent pick. Evangeline McDowell from Enigma. Zoro from One Piece, decent. Dude, Zoro, I don't know why Zoro didn't make my top 5. Zoro's a cool ass character. Vegeta, Goku, Krillin, Super Boo, and Future Trunks before Super. Okay, that's a decent list. Basically, the coldest niggas in Z. It's his favorite. That's basically what he picked. CM Sullivan, it wasn't the same in reference to what wasn't the same? Brian, his top 3. Nagumo Hajime from, I have no idea what that is, so I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Kanata from Monster. And number 3, Ken from Sunken Rock. I haven't watched Sunken Rock yet or read it. Issei from High School DxD. I'm not a fan of High School DxD. I watch it. I just don't like it.
I feel like I watched that.
I've watched it. I didn't fall asleep on it. I just not. I don't hate it. I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah, it wasn't Dark Knight bad.
Yeah, it wasn't Dark Knight bad. It's more like on the scales of Thor 1. It's not bad, but it's not good. And somebody from Trinity 7, who I'm not gonna try to pronounce because I can't pronounce it. Maybe because I'm sleepy right now.
Kasuga? Arata Kasuga? I'm pretty sure I butchered that.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not have the weeboo tongue.
James, I'm not about to entertain your niggerdom doom. You gonna entertain whatever I want you to entertain today, bruh.
Hashtag niggerdom.
Yeah. Cause Cell was,
Blerd Lines, hashtag niggerdom.
Cell was definitely the best villain in DBZ. Even though I said I don't consider him a villain, but for these purposes, he's the best villain of DBZ. Deborah was the first person to spit on somebody, and I mean real spit.
Mike said
I
that.
see what you did there. I see what you did there. Real spit. God, that's good. That's good. My upcoming creation will be the hottest independent character since Lady Death.
Yo, what's up, Angelo?
Harris.
What's up? Oh, okay, you're creating a character.
You must know this guy.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Or maybe I do. Maybe I'm just drawing a blank right now. Regardless, welcome to the stream. And we look forward to seeing your character. Actually, don't forget to add the page, everybody, if you're not already part of the page, Nerds of Combat. And please do inbox us on the page, on Facebook on the page, and let us see your upcoming
I
creation.
feel like we should get a Discord. Like we should actually open up an actual Discord for people to jump in and.
Should we Discord, guys? Should we create a Discord for Blerd Lines? Should we?
Just to have more.
I was gonna say for the podcast,
just for people to shoot what they want us to talk about. Because I'm not just giving everybody my personal Facebook for them to tell me what they want me to talk about.
I don't know why he decided to have that conversation with me right now.
Let's see. Super Saiyan, CM, Super Saiyan 4 design.
Well, never mind. We already have a Discord.
Well, Rory, I was trying to get them to vote for it, Rory. Super Saiyan 4 design from CM Sullivan. It was a great design. I'm sorry, CM. I got cut off by Rory. And in case you didn't know, if you don't follow the Joe Budden podcast, Rory is the guy that Joe blames everything for.
He'll be like, nigga. Okay, caller.
Caller.
Welcome to the motherfucking podcast. And who are we talking to?
Why you gotta clap like that, bro?
Yeah, this DJ Mock again. What's good, people?
What's going on, my
Me
man?
again.
What up,
For
Bar Guy?
the one time.
That was more
I
like 4
appreciate
times.
y'all reading that list that was up there. That dude that you was the first one that you was looking at is called Nagumo Hajime. It's a new anime that just started on Hulu. So if you want to find out where that's at, it's on Hulu now.
Okay. Glad I ain't canceled my Hulu account yet.
Yeah.
Too many commercials. Oh my god, Hulu.
And
Amazon Premium.
and you should remember High School DxD and
Oh no, I said I remembered it. I just didn't. I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't hate it. I just didn't care for it.
and then Arata Kasuga from Trinity 7. He's the main character in Trinity 7 anime on Crunchyroll. So,
I don't have a Crunchyroll account. That's why I ain't seen it.
well, you can still download it because you can still watch it with the ads. So it's not like it's restricting you from watching it.
Okay, I thought it was like a
Just for
Crunchyroll
those that didn't know
exclusive.
that. So, you can always watch on the PS4. For those that's out there, Xbox, y'all suck. PS4 is the greatest.
You missed
Warframe.
You should have brought that in.
Warframe is life. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, we'll never get that sponsorship now for Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. You should have came in. You should have brought. You should have.
There goes our Xbox sponsorship again. It's 2 episodes now.
You should have had that. You should have had that energy last week, bro. When we had the console wars talking about. When we was talking about console wars.
PlayStation won the console wars.
By the way, I'm about to say. By the way, PlayStation did win.
They won the console wars.
Yeah. I mean, we always get the good free shit. You know what I'm talking about? So, they treat us real well. So we're going to keep them up and running. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Hey, and just for the record, you got to let them know that for those Destiny players out there, I'm sorry that your game sucked, but, 78% of the people came to Warframe.
Daniel is not going to be feeling this.
He's not.
He's not
I don't
going to
know.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Destiny's
why
still
people.
trash.
I don't know why people
You know
hate
what I'm
Destiny.
saying?
Destiny's not a bad game, bro. It's not a bad game.
It's just not a good game.
It's not the best game. But it's not a bad game.
It's like.
Well, see, this is where they messed up at. They should never call it Destiny 2. They should just left it at Destiny. It was fine when they had the add-ons, but they fucked people over by saying, okay, all that time that you played for a whole year and a half, we're going to come out with Destiny 2. Scrap all that shit that you had as a veteran had grind for.
2K does the exact same shit every
You
year.
lost all that shit, and you had to start back all over again.
2K does the exact same shit
Unlike,
every
mind
year.
you, Warframe don't do that. Warframe said, okay, we're going to give you some new content. It's going to be add-on content, plus it's going to be free. You don't have to pay for it.
I'm sorry.
Our
Hey,
producer's
click all your
giving
shit.
us the green light, bro, because this episode is about anime. So, yeah, I already do
I
it.
knew we
Like,
was typing it. I heard the keyboard going.
I was like, yep, here you go. Shit, I don't even remember where we was at.
So no. So the next,
Fights. We were talking about
the next thing in this particular subject is your favorite fights from Dragon Ball Z, guys.
Cell versus Gohan nope. So I got 3. No specific order. Cell versus Gohan is one. Mainly because it was iconic and shit. Because you know from the beginning, Cell could have whipped Gohan's ass at any given moment, but he wanted to fight, and he was gonna make sure Gohan gave him that fight, and he made sure Gohan gave him that fight, and it ultimately cost him the win. So basically, he Goku'd himself. Fight number 2, which is weird. I don't even like Gohan as a character like that, but Gohan versus Super Buu before he absorbed Goten and Trunks. So, for those of you that completely misunderstand this fight, Gohan beat the dog shit out of Super Buu. I just want, like, he beat the dog shit out of Super Buu when he came in wearing Goku's uniform after he just got done training with Supreme Kai and everything. He dogged Super Buu. Super Buu had to go and absorb Gotenks, who was the strongest person in the series at that time, to beat Gohan. So, Super Buu, Gohan beat his ass. Ultimate Buu, he lost. But I'm only counting Super Buu, because I only count the win. And my third favorite fight, Goku versus Vegeta.
What up, Miguel? You're not late, baby boy. You're right on time.
Goku versus Vegeta. Majin Vegeta versus Goku, shall I say. Because it basically gave Vegeta 2 wins over Goku. Because the first time, Vegeta beat his ass. Then they gave him this time. Goku's never beat Vegeta, by the way. So, yeah. And that fight was just magical as fuck. Like, you just finally see them going at it. Something that you've been wanting to see all goddamn series. After that first fight, like after they got Super Saiyan transformation, you've been wanting to see which one of these niggas can come out on top. And Vegeta came out on top.
I mean, I don't really know how to answer this. Favorite fights from Dragon Ball Z when I don't like Dragon Ball Z.
Honorable.
And they all look the same to me. Like
honorable mention. Fucking
this is the one you really do like the most. Talking about some honorable mention.
It's not the one that I do like the most, but it is definitely a good one because it's from one of the movies. So I don't know if I want to count it or not. But fucking what's his goddamn name? Android 13 versus basically everybody that stepped to him. Honorable mention because Android 13 wasn't shit to play with, and then he had he had a heat-seeking energy attack that bitch follows you.
I like all the fights where somebody hair changes colors.
Basically every fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, this just kills me on the inside. If I have to actually name some that at least come to mind, to be fair, right, to not be biased, I'm gonna have to say Janemba, obviously from the movie, right?
Right.
Gonna have to say. It was recent, I believe, in Super. It was and for me, it's only because I called the hair color.
Yeah.
But the pink haired Goku Black thing.
Goku Black.
Yeah, I literally said that like when Super got announced that Goku was getting a pink hairstyle, it was gonna happen.
Why they did that.
So
I don't know why.
And other than that, I'm gonna have to say the Super Buu stuff. Just seeing Super Buu on screen was pretty epic, I guess, because I like his design a lot. So, and somebody's like, "Oh, get him off this subject." Like, yeah, that's just where I'm at with that.
He's a pink piece of gum that can yell and scream.
Yeah,
Why
but
do
I
you
was
like
locked
his
up with a cat that looked just like him.
You were locked up with a cat that looked just like Super
I'm
Buu.
not playing. There's this light-skinned dude who looked just like Super Buu, shirt off and all, like same build and everything. My man had the same spots. Like, I'm not joking, yo. His dreads were like little tiny braids, wore in the same. Like, I can't make this up. He didn't have no eyebrows.
Let's see. Brian Davis, Vegeta versus Beerus, good fight. Not a good fight. Like, anytime Vegeta gets embarrassed, it's not a good fight.
I should have said honorable mention is when Frieza came back with the G Unit makeover. Like he did. He had a G Unit makeup.
And lost.
Actually, he won. I remember that movie. He won. So I don't know where you get this loss from.
Nah, he lost.
No, he won. He clearly won.
He was on his knees begging.
No, he got Deus Machina.
He
Coup
basically,
plan.
technically, actually, it was a stalemate. If you want to be that, if you want to be that way,
If you want to be honest,
It was
he
a stalemate.
won.
It was a stalemate.
And then he got Deus Machina.
it was a stalemate.
Let's see. Least favorite characters from Dragon Ball Z.
By the way, YouTube chat, CM Sullivan said Piccolo versus 17. That was a good fight.
Okay.
Two people who knew each other just going at it. Vegeta versus Goku. Majin Vegeta basically versus Goku. Another great fight. Again, Vegeta got that dub. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. You can't tell me that Vegeta didn't get that
It
dub.
says Goku versus Pikkon.
Goku versus Pikkon was a horrible fight.
And a fight come with it.
I mean, on one hand, you got one guy who struggled against Cell and Frieza, and then on the other hand, you got the other guy that one-shot both of them at the exact same time.
Tree of Might, best fights in that. I don't even know what that is.
It was a movie. It didn't have the best fights. It had some good fights, but it wasn't the best fights.
Goku versus Piccolo. Goku and Piccolo versus
Garlic Jr.
Garlic.
in the Garlic Jr. game, or whatever fuck.
Oh, those little things.
No, not the Cell Juniors. Garlic Jr. was from a movie.
No, these little bug things, right?
No, that's Cell Jr. You're thinking Cell
No,
Juniors.
not so. It was
The little blue. Bug
No. Just well, obviously what was that had the bug in it? Didn't he have like his own little minions?
You're thinking Cell. And
No, that's not so. No,
Juniors.
big blue thing. I think it was from GT. I mean, not big blue thing. I'm sorry, you made me say blue. The big bug thing from GT.
Okay, if you're thinking GT, no.
Okay, all right.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Garlic Jr. is from Z, and it
Okay.
was a movie. Horrible movie, but it had.
Was he one of the Ginyu Force?
No, he wasn't one of the Game Force.
Okay, then I absolutely have no idea.
Evil guy got imprisoned and somehow found his way back. Cliche.
Yeah, I have no idea then. I thought it was the bug from GT.
Nah.
Let's see. Yeah, but your least favorite character from Dragon Ball Z, guys.
Goku.
I mean, I said the same thing.
That's it. Goku.
For me, my dislike of all these characters comes from the Versus community. Like, I just don't like when people overhype a character.
So to change my character just because you said Goku, I hate Yamcha.
I feel like this is aimed at admin static.
It's not aimed at admin static,
This
but
is
I hate
definitely
Yamcha.
aimed at admin static. Save yourself now.
I hate Yamcha. As
Do
a
not
character.
retort.
I hate Yamcha. I don't. Yeah, please don't retort because I hate Yamcha as a character. Bro. I'm sorry. He's broken his shit in the games, but like.
Mike, what the heck you laughing at? He said, Mike also says Vegeta versus Young Gohan.
When Vegeta just need young Gohan and lay him out.
Okay.
Okay, we got Invincible in here. What's going on, man? Showing some love.
Yeah, you're pretty late, man. Where was you at when it was rowdy?
When it was, he got a little rowdy in here, man. We had some calls. I'm pretty sure somebody low key called one of us a dickhead.
It was you.
It's probably me.
Let's see. All right, guys. So we're gonna move on to the next subject then, right? But before we go, one of our sponsors says that this nigga Doom don't know shit about Dragon Ball.
He's mad because I said Cell was a better villain than Frieza. And he's mad because I said I don't like Yamcha as a character.
Also, Admin Invincible agrees that Goku is the worst character in Dragon Ball Z.
You missed an Invincible. I originally voted Goku, but not to be different from Negro Lantern.
With the intention to be different.
With the intention to be different. Because again, my initial pick was Goku. But to be different, I switched it to Yamcha. But either way it goes, both of them are top two. They're kind of neck and neck, honestly.
So now we're in the Naruto-verse, guys. And so, top 5 favorite characters from Naruto. How did we get back to Naruto? Oh, my God.
Orochimaru.
Who wrote the script?
Orochimaru is number 1.
All right. So, pause on that.
Yep.
Pause on that. We have a caller. Caller, you are on with Blerd Lines. Who are we talking to?
Hey, this is DJ Mop. What's good, people?
What's going on, my man?
Not much. What was the question that y'all had? Because I think I missed it when y'all was talking about Yamcha and shit.
Most hated Dragon Ball Z character.
You said the most hated and who?
Your most hated Dragon Ball Z character.
Oh, the most hated Dragon Ball Z character?
Yes, sir.
It'd probably be Boo.
Why?
Just didn't like him.
Just didn't like.
Ugly.
Okay.
You know.
He's like that
I think
yellow
people
ball nigga that's too
understand-
yellow.
I think people underestimated. You know, you say you hated Yamcha, but you got to blame the writer for that. Then you have to hate the writer because he's the one that made Yamcha like that.
I mean, if that's the case,
Because you got to remember.
I got to blame
You got
the
to
writer
remember
for
Yamcha
Goku for the
was
reason why I
a
hate.
genius.
I got to blame the writer for Goku for the reason why I hate Goku. Then, right? Like, I mean, this is all fictional, so somebody had to write it all, and I'm pretty sure they wrote it with the intention of somebody to hate this character, and I just so happen to be that somebody.
I mean, because the storyline kind of made it suck, afterwards and after a while because Yamcha was a genius, right, at the very beginning of his profile.
Right.
So
Okay.
later
So
on, he became a joke. So
misconception.
he was a genius in martial arts. He was already good, and he could have been better, or could have been one of the best fighters. But because of the fact that they made him to a joke character, that's the reason why he couldn't, make the cut.
I will say this about Yamcha. A big misconception about Yamcha is he actually beat that Cyberman's ass. They just didn't know that they could self-destruct, and he just so happened to be the catalyst for them to find out that they could self-destruct.
I mean, ever since then, they made him a joke after that. But, I didn't agree with the fact that Krillin's supposed to be the best or the strongest man on Earth, which I feel like Yamcha should have been that highlight.
I thought the strongest man on Earth was Hercule.
Well, no power is Hercule, but if you take everything into consideration, it's Krillin.
But I think the craziest thing is if
Wait a minute, wouldn't that still be Master Roshi?
Nah.
No, because he got too old.
Krillin.
Because he still can't. Because Krillin actually defeated him once before. So.
Okay, I did not know this.
Yeah, but that because of old age and Krillin and Master Roshi decided to retire anyway. But he learned all his shit from Master Roshi anyway, so that's still his master and so-called teacher. But like the thing I always tell people is like Krillin is another person that's underestimated, but that's due to the writers. Because if you read the multiverse they show old sage Krillin, and Krillin has mastered his ability of the Destructo Disc. Even though in the Z series they showed him master it, but he can't pull it out like a normal fireball. Now, in the Super, I thought that they was going to make his potential even better by saying, oh, he trained enough to master his shit to the point where it just come out, without any flack. But he's still that same scrub that we met in Z when he fought Frieza. So it was like no point in having him in the fight.
Big misconception about Krillin. After the Boo saga, actually after the Cell saga, Krillin stopped training. He had a family. He didn't want to fight no more.
Oh yeah, I know that, but that don't mean shit just because he had a family. Vegeta got a family. That don't mean he had to stop training.
I mean, that's why Krillin stopped. That's why Krillin stopped training. They had Vegeta. Like, there's no reason. There's no point. You can't stack up.
And you also got to realize he's a police officer, so he has to train. They have a certain regimen they have to go abide by. Unless he would have been fat like old boy that rode with the cat dude all the time, be floating in the air.
And he could be a police officer. Yajirobe could definitely be a police officer. He's good enough to be a police officer.
Yeah. But then they had to have his wife to fight in the whole tournament for the save the universe. So that's even more stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying.
But she's an android. She has that android.
But she's also human too. She's not android like in robot form. Remember, they wished her to be human.
But she still has the android hacks, the unlimited stamina, the.
She still have, I mean, I don't know how that even worked, but I know for a fact that she's a human because they wished her to be a human, not an android anymore.
All right, DJ, we gotta let you go again.
Yep.
He said,
So Ian just said what I was thinking. I just didn't want to say it because I didn't want to sound dumb. So Multiverse wasn't any canon anything. It was fan made. So it's worse than a filler. It's something that the original creators didn't even work on.
I actually have a question. So every time, because DJ's not the first person to say this, every time you guys or anyone else says like it's the writer's fault, like what is that supposed to be? Like, have you ever not got something in life and been like, man, it's God's fault? Like, or do you be like, that's the Oracle's fault? Like the three sisters with the threads to your life. Like, are you
the Sisters of Fate?
Yeah, like, are you ever like, yo, that's their fault? Like, what's going on? What is this about, y'all? Like,
I'm just not gonna blame it on the writers because again, if that's the case, you got to blame the writers for everything that you like and hate, dislike about anything dealing with fictional material. So
that's what makes something compelling, right? It's when you agree with one thing and you don't agree with the other, but you stick around to see how it turns out. Like, man, I fear these type of like rhetorics as a writer. Like, I fear those type of things. Anyway, let's catch up with the chat, y'all.
Let's see. I just had something too.
If you're just now coming in, once again, welcome to Blerd Lines on Nerd Unpacked. So if you want to continue to get the notifications from us, please like the Facebook page.
James
and
Clark
please
said-
subscribe to the YouTube.
James Clark said Broly was the worst Dragon Ball character. Yeah, the worst Dragon Ball Super character they could have ever came up with was Broly.
Why did you specifically have to say Super?
Because OG Broly was fucking genius. But but Super was just it didn't need to be there. They threw it in there because they needed the money and they needed the sales, and they knew that the best thing that they could do to make a lot of money was to bring back Broly. And that's what they did, and gave us a shitty ass movie.
So, also, guys, don't forget, all of you guys are still welcome to call in whenever you have something you want to express. If there's anything else you want to express but you don't want to be verbal about it, you can always post it and we'll read it out loud, share it with the rest of the community, or for those who show up later. So,
Admin Invincibles top 10: Itachi, Neji, Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata, Killer Bee, Kushina, Kakashi, Obito, and Gaara. There's only 2 people on that list that I don't like. Itachi's one of them.
God, why do we have to talk about Naruto? I hate this. Admin Static says his top 5, and his top 5 are Rock Lee, Kakashi, Shukimaru, I'm sorry, and Kiba.
That's not a bad list. I mean, I would switch Kiba with somebody, but it's not a bad list.
I'm sorry, that's 4. His 5th is Asuma.
That's a good list. I would still switch Kiba, but it's actually a decent list.
Let's see. Just catching up with the chat. Okay, so apparently you got outed that you were hating on Itachi.
Yeah, dude, I saw that. I was just gonna skip it. I think everybody that knows me knows. I thought everybody that knows me knew that I hated Itachi. Whatever. It ain't my fault that he never accomplished anything that he set out to accomplish.
The request in the chat is that you don't continue to be trash.
How about Itachi accomplish some shit that he set out to accomplish?
What is this, a you first kind of thing?
How about that? How about y'all show me Itachi doing something that he set out to do?
Admin Invincible also says that the multiverse for Dragon Ball Z was a legit creation, and that it was the best fan made ish.
No, he said it was legit the best fan made.
Yes,
I think you read that wrong.
No, I just reworded it. Same thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't legit. It's not a real thing.
Right.
I don't need you
Now you just attacking everybody.
I don't need you misdirecting these viewers. Dragon Ball Multiverse is not canon. It will never be canon. It is not a credible source. That's like me saying the Amalgam universe in comics is a credible source. It's not.
Be careful, because we do know some in the community
It's like me saying the Marvel versus
that thinks all crossovers are canon.
It's like me saying the Marvel versus DC crossover was canon on Marvel end, but it ain't. And we know this.
You know,
we're not talking. We're not gonna touch it. I just wanted to say that one thing.
Teeing me up inside. So like, Admin Static says they didn't wish her to be a human. They wished the bombs out. Okay.
Because Shenron couldn't turn them human.
Anime fan. He's trying to be a douche.
Because Shenron couldn't turn them human. I remember that part. Shenron couldn't turn them human. Same way that I would assume if Krillin was to make the wish to be a Saiyan, Shenron couldn't do it. So he couldn't turn them human. He could take the bomb out of them, which is what he did. She's human with robotic parts, aka cyborg. Yeah.
Admin Invincible answered me. Apparently, he blames the gods all the time.
Gods, robots, aliens, fairies.
Oh man, don't let my wife hear you say fairies.
Especially the fairies.
Yeah, there it is.
Fucking fairies.
All right. There it is. Broly was worse in Z, according to Admin Stat. Man, this is supposed to be a community, guys. I see what you all are doing.
Communities have disagreements. Some of them wrong, but communities have disagreements.
See, right there.
I know.
Okay, OG Broly was trash. Doom, stop it. Also says he protected his brother. That was literally his only objective.
Yeah, your brother damn near died countless times. Your brother still went to the Akatsuki. Your brother still lost a goddamn arm. Did I miss anything else that, dealt with he still had to deal with the torment of watching you kill his mother and father. Where's the protection in that? He wasn't the one protecting his brother. It was Kakashi at that point. Kakashi did more protecting than Itachi did.
So I do think, moving on to the next segment, guys, that this has kind of been answered mostly by just about everybody who's been with us the entirety of the time. But nonetheless, what are your favorite 3 fights? Max 3, what are your favorite 3 fights in Naruto?
Neji versus Kidomaru is number 1. You get 2 complete opposites. You get somebody who's probably the best in the series at that point in time in close range combat versus the person who's arguably the best at long range combat. And you find out which one of them is about to come out on top. And they know nothing about each other. So now they both have to think really fast on their feet, because if you fuck up one time, that's your ass. So that's definitely that's my favorite fight in the entire. I still watch that fight every now and then. I still go back and rewatch that fight. Just
I am so glad Din is on you.
I still go back and rewatch that fight, dude. I don't know why people forget that fight was so great.
So can I be honest though? Because like I'm not a Naruto fan, but one thing I definitely remember appreciating about Naruto fights is the animation.
Yeah.
In those fights, those fights animations are just fucking like mad dope. You cannot not like them.
Except unless it's Naruto versus Pain, animation in that fight was just ass. But go on, what were you saying?
Well, you know, there's plenty of fights I haven't seen, but for the most ones that I've seen, like there's a consistency in Naruto, and I like it.
Number 2, it would most likely go to Kidomaru versus Rock Lee and Gaara, because he won that fight. His sickness just took over and killed him before he delivered the final blow. Cliche, but he won that fight. Gaara was out of chakra. Lee was useless. He's literally this close to stabbing Gaara in the face, and Gaara can do nothing about it. And he just dies because his sickness killed him in the end. Like, you finally see somebody break Gaara's ultimate shield, and he did that shit.
And so what's your third?
Number 3, I'm gonna pick something from Shippuden. Third favorite fight would probably be Madara versus the Allied Shinobi forces. Like, not pre-Hokage battle, but when Madara's just ripping through everybody in the Shinobi Alliance. And the only thing that stopped him was Gaara at that point. Like, nobody was... Like, even Gaara would have lost to Madara hand, like, if it came down to it. But the fact that it showed you, like, yeah, Madara has always been that nigga. And
I just realized I skipped over my 5 favorite characters.
No matter how many ninja you stack up in front of Madara, none of them really want to see Madara. Unless his name is Hashirama.
All of them would have lost to Lars.
Lars is not.
Lars is canon.
No, he's not.
Lars is canon.
He's not.
Anyway, you guys, once again, obviously share with us your favorite 3. I'm gonna move on so we can catch up with your favorite 3 after this particular part, and also catch up with this one if you can.
Honorable mention: Kakashi versus Pain was a very satisfying fight, because you see, it was a fight that could have had so much promise, but Kakashi had to babysit for part of it. Like, Choji just made that fight not.
The fact that you didn't mention anything where Killer B hurts my.
Fuck Killer B. But we got a caller. Let's bring the caller on.
That's why, man, he ain't mentioned.
Excuse me, caller. Who we on with right now?
DJ Mop.
What's going on?
No much. You ain't gonna give credit to my boy Choji. Choji had the best highlight.
I would have gave credit to Choji if we were doing top 7 or top 10. But he's not in my top 3. His fight's not in my top 3.
He's clearly the 7th person.
He was clearly in the top 3 for development. Everybody underestimated that nigga because they thought he was fat and he couldn't fight until that nigga got skinny and he went into Goku mode, and everybody was like, oh shit. You know, Choji up there whooped that nigga ass with them hands, and he was fast as shit.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not the best. Honestly, the Neji versus Kidomaru fight probably wasn't the best out of all of those. It was probably Shikamaru versus Tayuya, but the Neji versus Kidomaru fight was just my favorite, bro. Like,
Choji had the best fight in the Sound Ninja arc.
I mean, you're
for the record.
You're entitled to your opinion. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm just saying it wasn't. It's top 10 to me. Well, hey, it's like what? It's probably 100 fights in Naruto. Top 10 ain't bad.
Yeah.
So DJ, before you get off the call, who's your least favorite character in Naruto?
The least favorite character? I probably would say Aino.
I knew he was gonna say one of the female characters because they do not touch up on most female characters in Naruto. I would have said Tenten, but
No, I actually like Tenten. She had better potential than all three of the
she had
girls.
potential. It never lived up.
But, yeah, but they just didn't do that for her because she was a weapon specialist, so they didn't have to write too much for her.
Because they wrote her in as a weapon specialist, and then you realize like, oh shit, damn near every
that's
high
all
class
she-
ninja is a weapon
that was all
specialist.
that was all she was gonna be. But as far as like Sakura and Aino being arch rivals, it was always gonna be that way.
Yeah, I see what you're saying though.
So,
That was
yeah,
good, bro.
It
That
was
was
kind
good.
of like it was kind of like a foresight from the very beginning of Naruto that they was always gonna focus on them two. You know, even when they got older in the Boruto arc, it's like they some old hags now just talking shit to each other, still yapping at the mouth.
They just don't resonate with me. Like the Sakura Ino rivalry just it's from that first fight that they had, from the fight that they had in the Chunin exams. You have somebody.
You look so disgusted.
I am, bro. Like, 'cause that's like Sakura. There's no way Sakura should have won. Like, there's no way that fight should have ended with a draw. And then they ended it with something that was just not satisfying. Like Sakura's inner Sakura took over, or her inner Sakura did something to break Ino's concentration.
Well, basically, I was saying that was her willpower because she has what you would consider multiple personalities. So the reason why Aino couldn't take over her mind was because Sakura has a problem. You know what I'm saying, with her own self.
See,
So that's the reason why she couldn't take over her mind that way. So
something that
why
they
it showed
never
it that
touched
way
up
as
on.
the inner Sakura, but that's her split personality.
But see, that was saying, I was saying something. That's something that they never touched up on after that one instance. Like it was just they gave it to us, and that was just it.
It was
Yeah,
kinda
just an
obvious
announcement,
because
guys. We are at 48 shares for today's episode.
Dude, we are almost at 2 hours.
Yeah. DJ, we're gonna have to let you go. Thanks for calling back.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Once again,
love how
still
you said
everybody is still welcome to call back as many times as you like. Every time we switch subjects.
You don't go to somebody before her, so because you said we're gonna have to call him back. You know damn well we can't call nobody.
I said everybody's welcome to call back.
You said DJ, we gotta let you go. We'll call you back.
Okay. Well, forgive me if I did say that. Okay. I feel like I said you could call back. Hey, whatever. So anyway, yeah. So once again, we're at 48 shares today, guys. That is awesome.
Dude, I'm digging this Tuesday night thing.
Yeah, I think
I made the right call.
no, I don't agree with you there.
Okay, whatever.
I can't give you that satisfaction. Maybe after I eat.
All right,
So
let's
here we
see.
go. Once again, share your thoughts, guys. Continue to share. We appreciate you. And continue to get your shout outs. So, catching up with the chat, we have Admin Static who says anything as far as the favorite fights, I guess. He says anything with Rock Lee and Kakashi.
Kakashi has some really good fights. It was just Obito was not one of the good fights.
Admin Static also had a breakdown. He says, nigga!
With 3 exclamation marks.
Lee was not useless in that fight. He was the one effective against that bony ass.
He was about
nigga.
to die until Gaara came in and saved his ass. You might have
Admin
forgot that part though.
Invincible expresses that for him, those 3 fights would be Itachi versus Sasuke, Naruto versus Pain, Naruto and Sasuke versus Madara.
Itachi versus Sasuke would have been so cool had they not doubled back on it and was like, oh, Itachi was sick and he wanted Sasuke to win. Like, had they not doubled back and did that shit, that fight would have been so much better. But because they did that and they was like, oh, Itachi wanted to die at the hands of Sasuke, it just made that fight so much worse. Because it's like, okay, then you just turned what was a very good fight into a very meaningless fight, saying that he wanted to die to Sasuke. I hope that made sense to you, though.
Yeah, because I caught up on all that when I had to learn about all the Sasuke stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made you do it.
So, oh my God, I want to get on you for that. Anyway, Mike says that was 18 minutes of Madara going nuts.
Nobody out there was stopping Madara, bro. Like, it was just... Honestly, I think nobody would have stopped him one-on-one. They had to jump my boy. They had to jump my boy Madara to beat him.
Miguel says Rock Lee versus Gaara is in Chunin.
The Chunin exams,
Okay.
which is actually That would have been in my.
I'm glad I didn't butcher it.
Had we did top 5, that would have been in my top 5. Rock Lee versus Gaara.
He says that's his number 1. He also says that, but his number 2, Naruto versus Sasuke, the first time they fought was cold, which I think aligns with what you said.
The Valley at the End.
Straight up hands being thrown, and third was Killer Bee versus Sasuke. Thank you for mentioning the mulatto skinned guy.
That was just a slaughter. It wasn't really a fight. Like B would have like I'm not a fan of super one-sided fights. That was had B not been playing around, that would have been a massacre. And B was just playing around the whole fight. Sasuke wasn't trying to kill B at one point, but then they did get to that point in the fight where he's just like, fuck it, I have to try to kill this guy in order to put him down. And B still just playing around the entire fight. Like, it's just, I wasn't, because I knew that B was so much more than that.
Can we talk about them raps, though? Can we get a petition on that?
Who got better bars, B versus Etrigan?
We've done this already,
Exactly.
I think, twice now.
If you're a true anime fan, if you're a true anime fan, you would like all anime characters. James was just going in on DJ.
Let's see. Mike says Killer Bee versus Sasuke wasn't a real fight. He was bullying Sasuke the whole fight, which is kind of what you alluded to.
It was painful to watch, and it's because Sasuke is one of my favorite characters. That was just painful.
Admin Static sharing a little salt.
DJ, he on your bumper, bro. I'm sorry.
I hope Admin Static is drawing while looking at this like, I hate him.
He is not. Let's see.
Right.
In the YouTube chat, he said they're talking about the bug from Dragon Ball Z where they killed Yamcha.
YouTube chat just popped up. For the record, Lars is canon. Yes, Lars is canon.
Who the hell said Lars is canon?
The guy who works on Naruto, who designed the alternate outfit the first time Lars showed up in Tekken 6.
Did he work on the game or did he work on?
Actually, he worked on both. He also had Lars
Did Masashi
in the game.
Kishimoto confirm this?
Is that the creator?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's just the illustrator.
If Masashi Kishimoto didn't confirm it, then it ain't canon.
Admin Static, please pull over on your way to work and get some drawing done.
Let's see. Choji fight.
Even Admin Invincible was like, let's be real. He's not drawing. All right, we just hit the 2-hour mark, guys. We are in here strong. We are in here strong with a bunch of viewers, a bunch
we
of
didn't
shares.
even get through the first page of our script.
We just did with the last question. The last question got us through the first page, and we just started the second page. Guys, if we could get 5 more shares, right? If we can get 5 more shares right now, we'll continue to go. If you guys want us to continue to go, if not, we can cut the show right here. We made it to the top of the second hour, so we can give you guys another 15 to 30 minutes, or we can just call it right here. It's y'all call. Can we get another 5 shares? Oh, and don't forget, as far as what we have discussed already, the lines are still open. All of you are welcome to call each subject. And just a reminder, we are streaming in 4K, guys, here on Blerd Lines, which, of course, you can like the page on Facebook at Nerd Unpacked, and you can subscribe on YouTube. You should be doing both of these things.
James Clark said, on my way to work. Your wife said he ain't.
Drawing. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. He ain't drawing.
Either one. Ricky Jackson, goddamn, y'all still alive. Good stuff. Hey, thank you, bro. We appreciate it, bro. People like you make this whole thing happen, man. We couldn't do it without y'all.
Absolutely.
If y'all ain't in here watching, we ain't got shit to talk about. Like, we didn't even get through. We barely made it through the first page of our script.
Oh man, we came in pretty strong today.
This is gonna be a 2-page.
I think we hit 18 people like off the back off the back, and then we just had like probably 18 calls. Nah, we had 18 calls, but we definitely had a lot of calls.
I'm gonna have a score sheet next time and see how many calls we get, bro.
Yeah, we came in pretty strong
This
today.
is definitely gonna be a 2-part. It's gonna have to be a 2-part episode. It took 2 hours to get through the first page. I'm not staying up 2 more hours this time, bro.
No, absolutely not. So once again, guys, I guess we'll go until we get 3 more minutes from now.
Let's see,
3 more minutes from now. If we hit that 5 more shares mark, then we'll give you guys another 15 minutes of this hardcore action. Because next up is actually My Hero Academia. That was actually next on the list. And then One Piece was next, and then Pokemon versus Digimon.
I don't want to talk about My Hero Academia today.
These are them spoilers, man. So like, you know.
I don't want to talk about my hero
Oh,
today.
and I guess you guys wanted another 15 minutes, so here we go. Here we go. My Hero Academia favorite 5 characters.
Bakugo, and Bakugo.
So I had to do a review on this, of course, for this podcast, and the only character I ended up really liking was the one that wears the hoodie. I don't know if it's a duck or a rabbit. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is.
Why?
But the one that wears the hoodie was the only one that really appealed to me.
Okay, so if I actually had to pick 5 characters, and Bakugo could only be one, Bakugo would be number 1. Number 2 would be number 2. I don't know, dude. Bakugo is just my favorite character in the whole goddamn show. Like, it's just like, whose ass can he? Todoroki will be number 2, I guess. Nope, take that back. Hero Killer Stain would be number 2.
So, guys, please do tell us who are your top 5 from Hero Academia.
I'm only doing 3.
You only gonna do 3?
I'm only gonna do 3.
You have 5 to do. If you choose to only do 3, there is nothing wrong with that.
Bakugo, Hero Killer Stain, and Todoroki. Top 3.
You just keep saying it.
Everybody else I don't really care for, but Bakugo just keeps me interested in this goddamn show just because of his arrogant, brash ass attitude, and he's unapologetic about it. And he beat Midoriya's ass, which everybody keeps thinking, oh, if Midoriya could use one for all, like nah. He beat Midoriya's ass. And
somebody help me out too. Who was this character in the hood? Because that was the only one that I was interested in.
And he beat Todoroki's ass. That pompous dick. He beat Todoroki's ass.
I watched so much of this recap on both seasons, and it was like none of it resonated with me.
I look at it. I told you I look at it as X-Men done wrong.
You did say that, and I think you've implanted it in me now that that's how I'm probably gonna end up seeing it from here on out.
Admin Invincible, Midoriya, Bakugo, Todoroki, Sue, and All Might. All Might fanboys made me hate All Might. I feel like no matter what I watch,
All Might would beat Yamcha.
All
Might would beat Yamcha.
He probably would. The
Trying to
stupid
trigger
fanboys
somebody.
make me hate some characters.
I'm gonna trigger somebody. Somebody's gonna get triggered.
It'll probably be James because he's still in. No, James ain't in here no more.
So here we go. Favorite fights from Hero Academia.
Bakugo versus Midoriya in the streets. Bakugo just blasted Midoriya to the ground. Bakugo versus Todoroki, because Bakugo could have won that fight in about 2 or 3 seconds, but he wanted to draw it out, and he still won that fight. Number 3 would be All Might versus. All my favorite fights come from season 1. Well, no, that second one was season 2. But shit. All Might versus Nomu.
Admin Invincible says that My Hero Academia
Eraserhead
is the most pure, imperfect shonen anime.
So if I had
all
to go,
time.
if I had to go 4 and 5, Eraserhead, Aizawa is definitely Aizawa would be in there, I guess. And I can't think of the one teacher name, but he has the speakers. He projects his voice really loud. I don't know his name. It's something to deal with music or sound, but him.
Mike says Bakugo.
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 Look, fucking guy name up.
Eraserhead. Hero Killer Stain. Icy Hot.
Todoroki. Why you could just call him Todoroki?
And Dabi. Like Dabi from Harry Potter?
No, not like Abu Dhabi.
Like Dabi from Harry Potter?
No, from Harry Potter is Dobby.
Admin Invincible also states that it is mathematically perfect.
Dude, My Hero is actually great, man. I don't know why you don't like it.
It's an anime. It triggers my soul.
Honorable mention, Endeavor. Fuck Endeavor. Dude, fuck Endeavor. I'm sorry.
As far as the fights go, Admin Invincible would say that it's Midoriya versus Todoroki, Bakugo versus Midoriya. In the streets,
You gotta throw in the streets in there, bro.
and then it says All Might versus Nomu.
That All Might Nomu fight was fucking great. I don't care, dude. Did you watch it?
I've seen it all.
Okay, that is a fucking great ass fight. It's kind of like It's kind of like when I was. It's kind of like that.
Except for the 3rd season, I haven't finished.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck about Thursday.
Okay.
Dub, yeah. But yeah, I'm an English dub. I don't give a fuck. But that fucking Nomu fight was great because it's just, again, it's a character. It's one character that knows nothing about what he's fighting, and there's another character that's just genetically bred to take out the character that he's fighting. So now All Might has to like learn on the fly how to beat this character that's been genetically made to take him out.
All right. So, who's your least favorite character in Hero Academia?
Midoriya. He's a fucking crybaby.
How is he like in all the fights and then it's like, no, not him?
Midoriya. Look, because he's in my fight because Bakugo beat his ass. But if I didn't want to say Midoriya, I would say my least favorite character would be fucking. Help me out, Rory, because I know you know who I'm talking about. The guy with the guy with the engine in his legs. God, I can't think. This is how much I don't like him. I don't know his name. He got the fucking jet boots in his legs.
Somebody help this young man.
Somebody help me out here.
But we're gonna move on from that because not too many of y'all seem to be too interested in Heroes Academia, so we'll move on to that.
Endymion, that's his name. I fucking hate him, bro. Like,
Endymion.
I say Midoriya is a crybaby, but that motherfucker is a crybaby. Like,
Admin Invincible says least favorite character is probably that shithead power mimic from
Class B.
Class B. Mike says that he cannot stand All Might.
I just want to punch him.
All Might is so much better than Yamcha. I love him.
I just want to punch him in his perfect teeth. Bro, don't bring out Stark references right now, bro. I'm still on a Infinity Saga.
Really? Because I
high.
thought that was like.
That was definitely a Stark.
I thought that was more like.
That was definitely
Batman vs Superman.
It's definitely.
I would have punched him in his perfect teeth.
Definitely. Nah. That was. Don't bring up Stark lines.
Yeah.
Right now, bro.
Civil War. Leave those Civil War references in the Civil War conference room. I still pictured it in like Ben Affleck saying it to Superman. So here we are.
Let's do Pokemon versus Digimon.
No, we got to jump into One Piece. We are not jumping over One Piece.
Let's save One Piece.
We're not jumping over One Piece.
You don't even know shit about One Piece.
I know that there's One Piece, and apparently, if you talk to some seagulls, you can find it.
You don't even watch.
I've learned so much through this podcast about pieces of one.
I want to skip to Pokemon versus Digimon. We only got 30 minutes left.
No, we don't even have that. We have 5 minutes left.
We got 20.
No, we got 5.
We got cleared to go to 9:35.
Yeah, actually. But we only got 5 because of activity. So we only got 5 minutes left. Why do we have to have this conversation? Like, no. So
I was wrong. I'm looking at the wrong clock.
Oh, okay. So this okay.
I'm looking at the wrong. Yeah.
So apparently it's fuck One Piece in the chat. So no One Piece, guys. I'm so sorry. I tried to advocate for you.
Oh no, I was right. We got 20. We got 25 minutes.
We got 5 due to activity. We should definitely not be going back and forth about this live. It's like,
I'm right.
Pokemon versus Digimon is what we're gonna do because that's exactly what you guys say, and plus that is literally the last thing on the list.
And I just wanted to skip because we could sit here we're gonna sit here all day about One Piece, bro.
Okay, so
I'm telling you that now.
Pokemon versus Digimon, who had the better story?
Digimon. We have a caller. Caller, you are on.
This is definitely
DJ Mark again.
I knew
What's going on with Joe?
What's going on, my man?
Not much chilling. The dude that you was talking about with the engine legs, Tenya leader.
Tenya, that's his name. What's his hero name? Endymion?
Yeah, whatever that fuck nigga name is. I don't like him because he runs. So he just like the Flash character.
That man said he don't like him because he run. Hey, I don't like his character, bro. He's a crybaby. He's a little, yeah.
I like even Minoru with the purple balls that be stuck on the top of his head with the sticky shit is even better than that nigga. So like,
I agree with you on that, bro. I really agree with you on that one. Yeah. I just don't like Tenya.
Everybody got good characters except for Tenya with the legs. Even his brother's better than him, and he just annoying. So like,
and his brother only showed up to die. That lets you know.
And I think they tried so hard because they tried to make him look like my boy off of World Trigger. World Trigger was a good ass anime, but they canceled the series. So, because he looked just like that dude.
I'm trying to pull it up right now because I know the guy's name, but I don't know.
Admin Doom has Metabots on his background.
Shut up. I'm a Metabots fan.
Metabots, the old school shit.
You goddamn right. Thank you. Somebody. You know what? You ain't my least favorite caller right now.
DJ, we have another call coming in. We got to let you go.
I got you.
Waiting on our producer to give us the green light. And caller, you are on. Who are we talking to?
What up? This is Admin Invincible!
Yo,
No, sorry to hear that.
I've been waiting on you to call
He's
this
so
entire
excited.
time, and you haven't called. How's the family going, man?
Oh, man, we're doing great. Thanks for asking, dude. I'm super excited because tomorrow's the 1-year anniversary for Tea Time with Admin Invincible. I'm going to have the whole family down together with me for the start of the show.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to definitely tune into that. I definitely got you, bro. We'll definitely share that. I see that you do so much shares for us, man. We definitely got your back.
Absolutely, that's awesome. Anyway, I just wanted to call in and say, first of all, you suck for hating Itachi. Second of all, Broly is the worst character ever created in the history of Dragon Ball. And third of all, Digimon is inherently better than Pokemon in every way, shape, and form.
We agree 1 out of 3. But
I'm okay with that because you're wrong 2 of the 3 times.
Let me ask you this. That's nice. Let me ask you this though. Why do you like Itachi so much though, bro? That is my question.
Man, I don't know if you have any little brothers, my guy, but as a big brother, Itachi is an amazing character. You know, when you have that little brother for the first time and your dad puts him in your arms and he says to you, your new job is to make sure that he's okay.
Right.
Like, that, I take that to heart. And Itachi, that's the core of his character.
So, here's my thing. Why, if Itachi is just this super badass ninja, right? Nobody in the Elite Village was supposed to be able to fuck with Itachi, right? Am I correct on that? Like, literally.
I mean, not nobody, but, you know, he was up there.
Let's be real here. Who in the Elite Village would have fucked with Itachi who's not named Kakashi?
Who's not named Kakashi? Let's see.
And I'm speaking just from the time he turned rogue.
I think maybe, you know, given proper prep for the mission, like, probably old Toad Hermit could have taken him on.
You think Jiraiya would have came back for that fight? Because Jiraiya wasn't.
Yeah, he might have.
Jiraiya wasn't in the village then when he turned.
I mean, you know, but you just asking who I think might be able to take him. You know, if he had time to get into Sage mode, I think he could take him.
What I'm saying is, given the circumstances, like say Itachi didn't accept Danzo's offer and he went straight back to the village. He went straight back to the Uchiha clan and told them what they tried to make him do, and the Uchiha clan decided to rise up. Who's stopping them? Do you think news would have got to Jiraiya in time before the Uchiha clan just obliterated the Leaf Village if they wanted to?
Was the 4th Hokage wasn't still alive? So
no, the 4th Hokage was dead.
Yeah, he was dead. So let's see. I mean, Jiraiya probably would have had to come back to handle that.
But this is what I'm saying though. Who would have stopped that? Because Danzo's old ass wasn't gonna stop it.
No, probably not. But I mean, you know, I don't understand what the question has to do with whether or not Itachi is a good character.
No. Okay, so this is why I don't like him. I don't like him because one, nothing he set out to do is something that he achieved. Everything he set out to do,
except protecting his brother.
Nope.
Which was the only thing he really cared about.
He's not the one that
protected. Is Sasuke alive or dead, my guy? Is he alive or dead?
He's missing the arm.
Did Naruto kill him? He's
missing the arm.
Oh my god, come on now. Naruto took that arm.
Literally everyone did the protecting for Sasuke but Itachi. Like, versus Zabuza, Naruto did
Technically, Madara ran a blade right through him.
Like, he did everything but protect Itachi, bro.
My guy Kabuto would have killed Itachi. Kabuto would have killed Sasuke if Itachi.
I mean, what was that needle? That 1,000 needles ability that he took for Naruto?
Yo, there's so much, bro. There's so much that like, no, Itachi did no protecting of Itachi. All he did was join the Akatsuki to think he had an upper hand, and even then, the Elite Village still got destroyed. Sasuke.
His mission wasn't to protect the Elite Village from getting blown up, my guy.
And actually, didn't Itachi hurt Sasuke the most?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when he did the reveal, it broke Sasuke.
If he wanted to hurt Itachi, or if Itachi wanted to hurt Sasuke, he'd have just killed him.
No, he did worse. He broke Sasuke. When he revealed all that information to Sasuke, he didn't know how to take none of that.
But was it really worse? I mean, like.
Yeah,
so
I would
alive,
say that
you
the
have a chance to
series
do something.
showed that it
I
was
mean,
absolutely worse.
No, I mean, imagine, you know, would you have even been able to stop the whole plan if Sasuke had died? The answer is no. You needed the two brothers' reincarnations to make it all the way to the end of the story. Itachi, if he had made one choice different at any point throughout the whole story, Sasuke would have died, and they would have never been able to stop the grand scheme of the whole thing.
There are still elements outside of what Itachi did
Didn't keep
kept Sasuke alive.
Literally every time Sasuke almost died, somebody not named Itachi saved his ass.
Oh man, you are completely mistaken. Again, Sasuke would have never made it to the end
Madara
of
ran
the
a
story.
blade through him.
Take that away. Zabuza, Kakashi protected him. Haku, Naruto protected
Killer
him.
B was going to kill
His
Sasuke.
entire squad protected him. Everybody not named Sasuke protected Sasuke. I mean, everybody
Again,
not
if
named
Itachi had
Itachi.
just decided to follow orders and killed Sasuke, then Madara would have taken over the whole world. So again,
his orders
Itachi, by saving Sasuke and not killing and by not killing Sasuke,
Pain probably would
made
have,
it so that Sasuke could get to the end of the story.
Bro, he still had Obito's help like on his side. So even if he would have went back to the Uchiha clan, they still had Obito. Well, they didn't have him, but Itachi still could have persuaded Obito to do.
And didn't Orochimaru do more for Sasuke than
nobody was
Itachi did?
convincing Obito or anything. You out of your mind.
You know what? You do have a good point. Orochimaru did way more for Sasuke
Why
than
am I not
Itachi
even a
did.
fan of this show and I know these things?
Orochimaru did more for Sasuke
The
than
fact
Itachi
that you're
did.
not a fan of the show means you don't know the nuance, man.
Orochimaru did more for Sasuke than Itachi did. Orochimaru got him answers that he been wanting his entire life.
Did I just pose that argument for the first time? Is that the first time
my
that's been
God.
made in the community?
Hey, it has.
Orochimaru, from my understanding and research, did more for Sasuke than Itachi did.
Yeah, you know
That
what?
is bull. Oh my God, you guys.
Hey, think about it, bro. Is Itachi the one that got Sasuke his answers? No, it was Orochimaru. Is Itachi the one
He
that...
wouldn't have gotten there. He wouldn't have gotten to find out the answers if it wasn't for Itachi. He'd have died when they fought Kabuto, and then he never would have found Orochimaru, and he would have never been given the truth.
Is Orochimaru the one that... I mean, is Itachi the one that gave Sasuke the power to basically, you know, stack up to any other Akatsuki member?
Is
No.
it not true that
Orochimaru
Itachi
did.
was the one who stunted Sasuke's growth?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So if literally when
No, he's the one that made sure that Sasuke could grow up. Otherwise, he could have just killed his ass.
no growth. Like okay, so we're past the
What, you mean like his emotional, mental maturity?
was it not Sasuke who, after hearing Naruto explain what his dream was it not Itachi? I mean, was it not Sasuke who was like, I have a dream? I mean, no, he was like, I don't have a dream. I have a realization that it'll be mad and it would be me killing Itachi. Ah.
You sound so much
Hey,
like
man.
Sasuke on your bridge series.
Whatever keeps the little brother alive, guys.
Hey, look, man. Look, you can harp on this little brother, big brother shit.
You can't grow up. You can't grow up if you're dead, guys. I don't know if you realize that.
You know
But
what? You know who?
grow up. You can't grow up to save the world if you're dead.
And you
He's
can't
not-
grow up to living in the past. You can't
He's
do
not
that.
even the one that saved the world. It was pretty much Naruto. And I hate to admit that. It was pretty
My
much
guy,
Naruto.
it was both of them. It couldn't have been done without the two of them. That
First
was
off, it wasn't
literally
not
the
one of
whole
them, it
point
was the
of
Nine
story.
Tails.
You're right. It was the Nine Tails.
It wasn't not one of them, it was the Nine Tails,
Definitely the
let's
Nine
be
Tails.
real.
Because without the Nine Tails, both the motherfuckers would have been dead a long time ago. So
He wouldn't have been able to. They wouldn't have been able to beat Obito if they hadn't worked together.
the Nine Tails did more for Sasuke than Itachi
I mean,
did.
based on what you just said, Naruto did more for Sasuke.
Naruto did more. Kakashi did
Oh,
more
you
for
guys are.
At this point,
Kakashi-
we just trolling the shit out of you.
You guys are
Hey,
killing me.
I mean
You guys
this
are
one. I
killing
mean
me.
this one from the bottom of my heart. Sakura did more for Sasuke than Itachi did.
I mean, Sakura can do things for Sasuke that Itachi's biologically incapable of doing.
That's not true.
They
There's
got
a
your-
whole community
they got
to
a-
fight you on that.
Well, I don't think Itachi gonna give him a kid.
Yo,
Oh,
you know
that's
what?
actually a whole community now that will fight you on that.
Hey, another thing. Who else?
That's a whole other subject we got to talk about.
We are not talking about
We
that.
got to talk about that.
I'm not. I refuse. You
They
can
can
talk
have
about
kids
it.
now.
I will
Come
literally.
on.
I will literally sit here and watch you talk about it. But I'm not jumping in it.
All right, Invincible. We gotta let you go, man.
We definitely got to.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Most
right,
def, man. Catching up with the chat, man.
I love how we were supposed to be talking about Pokemon versus Digimon though, and we just didn't get to talk about it. I feel like
He chimed in on the last part.
I feel like that was your plan. I feel like you messaged Invincible and it was like call and be irate.
What? I didn't pick up the phone one time.
I feel like you. That's why I said to you. I feel like you messaged them.
You
can message him on
my
your
hands
laptop.
have been clear. I've been doing this.
I don't know, but I don't know what your hands have been doing. So.
My only Mike Blunt says my only problem with Pokemon is that the Pokemon can get killed, but won't die. They just, I think he was trying to say they just have squiggly lines on their eyes. Like, what the fuck?
Here's my question about Pokemon, and I've always wondered this: do they eat Pokemon? Like, is there normal animals in the Pokemon universe, or are they just running around killing Tauros for Tauros meat, or killing fucking Krabbies for crab legs?
Which are technically, if that's the case, then that would be cannibalism, because isn't it in the lore that Pokemon are just dead people?
No.
I feel like it is.
I feel like it's not.
I feel like in the lore,
I feel like that was something more like fan made and people took it and ran with it.
I think it's in there. Cause okay, so didn't the that one Pokemon create all life in Pokemon?
Arceus, yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So you don't think there's a cycle there?
Allegedly.
Oh no, I agree with you the alleged part, but I'm saying you don't think there's a cycle there?
The Pokemon are not dead humans. Again, how like
we're gonna come back to that.
Is there like are they just running around eating wild? Like, are they just running around eating wild Pokemon though? Like, are you catching Magikarp to make catfish? Rory, is that what they doing?
We're gonna lose our producer, guys.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, for those of y'all that didn't know, our producer's name is Mino. I call him Rory as a running gag.
We have 6 minutes left in the show, guys. 6 minutes left. So, moving on. Favorite Pokemon or monster from both series? Either Pokemon or Digimon. Who was your favorite? I can answer this one with ease. My favorite Pokemon to this day is still Mewtwo. And my favorite Digimon to this day is still Debbie. I think it's not Debbie. Debimon. I think that was his name. That's how you say it. He had a warp Digivolve state, and he was also in the Digimon platform game, tournament platformer, where he was like a biker basically. He turned into like a biker.
I know who you're talking about.
And had the sawed off shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. That's my boy to this day.
Lugia is my favorite Pokemon of all time.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, whatever. He's better than Mewtwo.
He'll never be better than Mewtwo.
He's definitely better than
Nobody's
Mewtwo.
better than Mewtwo.
Who saved the world from catastrophe from the 3 warring birds?
Who could have saved the world?
It damn sure wasn't Mewtwo.
It could have been Mewtwo.
Number 2. Oh well. So
No. Who's your favorite Digimon?
my favorite Digimon would be. That's hard, man, because I'm so much of a Digimon fan. What?
It's gonna be somebody from Spirit Digimon, y'all.
No, it's a tie between Were-Garurumon and War-Garurumon. Just something about a werewolf with a goddamn rocket launcher just seems cool.
I can be honest, man. I'm actually inspired by things that I work on now for the comic book from Digimon.
Dude, Digimon is so much better than Pokemon. As a kid, you think Pokemon is better because it's just Pokemon. Like, Pokemon's everywhere.
Like, I'll be honest, like, when I first saw the Spirit Bomb, I was like, why is he doing the Terra Destroyer?
That Terra Destroyer.
That's the first thing I said. I was like, why is he doing the Terra Destroyer? No, they stole that. Not Digimon, no.
Digimon was just so much better, bro. But yeah, it's probably Were-Garurumon, War-Garurumon, or Flame.
Imperial Dramon is an honorable mention for me.
Imperial Dramon. If we was to do top 5, Imperial Dramon would be my top 5.
Yeah, he's definitely in the top for me.
Damn, Pyodramon was cool. The fusion of
the Fire Spirit was one of my favorites.
Flame Dramon was cool. Or you talking?
No, I'm talking about from Spirit Digimon.
The
main character,
Greymon Spirit.
You know who was a great Digimon? Garurumon or Garurumon? Is that was his name? The one that was actually drawn and created.
The wolf.
No. It was a dinosaur. He was
Gilmon.
Was that his name? Gilmon? Yeah, that was actually a pretty.
That was
fly.
my favorite. That was season 3. That was my favorite season.
Yeah, he was pretty fly.
Season.
Pretty fly. You are absolutely right. That had to be the best season in all
that
of.
That was my favorite fucking season. Bro.
That was the one.
Gilmon was cool though. Like his evil evolution when that shit got dark.
Mike says Devilmon was so gangsta.
That's your favorite. That's your biker guy. But Guilmon season 3 got dark as shit. Like, they gave motherfuckers evil evolutions. Like, Guilmon turned into this giant evil red Godzilla with fucking rocket launchers on his shoulders.
Oh no. So, confession, I got a boner for the yellow fox thing.
The yellow fox. Cubimon?
Because I thought it was basically like female Mewtwo.
Renamon.
I got the boner and I'm not ashamed. And I also thought the warp, I think it was the warp Digivolve, or maybe it was just the evolved state of the little bunny thing that got the machine.
Terramon.
Is that what he was?
I think his name's Terramon.
Yo, super. Best season. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with him.
Bunny with rocket launchers.
Best season, man. That was the best season. Hands down, blood.
Season 3 was fucking great. Season 2 is a close second because Vmon is fucking. Vmon is probably the funniest Digimon of all.
What were you guys' favorite battle from either? Oh, my bad. Favorite characters from? Well, never mind. Oh, it was supposed to be 5 from both. We were supposed to do 5 from both, and
Can you come up with 5? You don't have 5?
We kind of went through 3, and I think I'll stay at 3. Well, I didn't go any more than Mewtwo from. So for me, my top 3 Pokemon will always be Mewtwo, Lucario, and what is? How do you say it right? Metal Caesar. That'll always be my top 3.
Lugia, Lucario, and Absol.
I like all the humanoids, bro. All the humanoids are the ones that do it for me.
Lucario is just cool.
Like if I could have 3 Pokemon on me at all time, it would be Mewtwo, Lucario, and probably Greninja.
It would be Absol, Lugia, and Lucario. Yeah, definitely. Digimon. If I could have 3 Digimon companions,
you can't have 3.
I want 3.
You can't have 3.
If I could have 3,
you can't.
If I could have 3,
no, you can't.
I said what I said.
No,
I said.
If you could have here, let's do it like this. If you could have a particular style of Digimon, right? A particular seasonal way of connecting.
3 season.
Yeah.
Season 3.
With the cards, right?
Because they're in tune. The Digimon are in tune with your emotions.
Those upgrade cards just make a big difference, man.
They're in tune with your emotions. Like the moment
the eggs from season 2. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Or with the crest. Well, they had eggs and crests with season 2. But when Takato got pissed, Guilmon got pissed.
Oh, and then they fused too. I remember now. They used to fuse.
Season 2, they definitely fused. That's why I said Pyodramon was the fusion of X-Vmon and whatever the fuck Wormdramon Digivolve to. But
I think I'm gonna go back and watch Digimon.
I started back watching season 3 like last week, dude. Season 3. I didn't realize how dark that shit got though. Like,
what is your least favorite character from both?
I hate Ash. Basically every human in Pokemon. I hate every human. Digimon. I don't have a least favorite Digimon, bro.
I do. I don't like the main one from the first one. I don't like none of the main ones from the first one. I don't like nothing about the first one.
I hate that goddamn cactus.
See, and I didn't like, what was his name? Agumon?
Agumon.
I didn't like that. I was whining.
I hated that goddamn cactus.
Like,
a cactus with boxing gloves.
All right, guys. So that is our time. We appreciate you. Obviously, keep rocking with us. Please continue. This was our 4th episode. But this is Blerd Lines.
This might have been the most successful episode we've done, all because I made the smart decision to move to Tuesday nights.
Or because you chose to talk about anime. We'll never know.
I decided to move to Tuesday nights.
Oh, but yeah, guys, that is important. We will now be doing Tuesday nights. So set your schedules. Tuesday nights. Blerd Lines. Nerd Unpacked.
Do not miss it. Soon to be the hottest Blerd podcast. I think we got to trademark Blerd Lines. I feel like somebody's gonna steal that shit before we do. We got to get that trademarked. But what we're doing 7 to 9. Longer if you guys allow us to, but 7 to 9 is what we're looking at.
Yeah, man. The more activity, the more we can conversate. And we had a lot of activity today. So yeah,
we had to extend time just to like get to the second page.
Good night, guys.